God,
Share this bitch out.
this dude just never gets tired of commenting on my shit.
Oh,
Is that same dude?
You already,
fangirl.
You
we
guys,
all, we all know who the fuck it is.
Oh, yeah.
he's
Rhymes
like
with
true Virgil.
shroom.
Yep, that's him.
Rhymes with
That's that. That's like the guy. He's like true Virgil.
Yeah, I haven't seen True Virgil in a while.
You
He's in
have been in
Jez
the right
fucking
shows.
podcast.
Yeah, well, it's because I
Yeah,
don't
he's in
watch
every goddamn
podcasts
show.
anymore.
He's in Jazz all the time and Mooch and yeah.
He's in everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That
Guy
name
sure
sound
spends a lot of
familiar.
money on shit he hates. I'll tell you that. He's a member to all these shows that he hates. He hates all their opinions, but he's pays them all.
Man, he got that throwaway cash. That throwaway cash.
Yeah, well, when you don't spend money on games, I guess you do have throwaway cash.
Oh shit.
I'm wondering how much my damn car's gonna cost tomorrow. I'm scared.
Stop
What's
being a
wrong with it?
pussy.
I don't know yet. We'll find out.
Dude,
Well,
on my
did the
light,
engine go or
Shit's
RPG,
the
like
you
battery
lied.
backfired
lights
and
go?
shit.
You fucking bitch.
What do you mean?
RPG lied to me. All the lights are on and they went off and now they came back on. So I'm gonna have to get that
Oh,
shit
did
fixed too.
did it get cold again?
Oh, you
Well,
fucking
it's been
bitch.
cold. It's winter.
Well, you put air in the
Shit,
tire and
barely.
all
We
the
lost all
tires
our
went
snow
out.
today.
No, the air light comes on even with regular or proper air pressure.
Mm.
I mean, it's not
Well,
every single light. Like the check engine light ain't coming on, but the emergency brake light comes on. The tire pressure warning light comes on for a little bit. Then it goes to TPMS, and then I also have my seatbelt light that comes on, and my vehicle stability control light comes on.
so your
So
vehicle stability control is due to the cold. The TPMS is probably due to the cold. The seatbelt, I have no fucking idea. Um, is your brakes kind of squishy?
no, they're new. I just got them put on like last year or the year before.
But the pedal isn't kind of squishy or anything.
No,
Okay. Well, I'd have it
about
thrown in. I'd have it thrown in the shop and just have a have a
Ain't
rundown
this
put
a,
on it.
bitch?
dude, that's gonna be like $200 just for diagnostic.
Well, $200 is better than spending $2,500 chasing down a problem.
I'm just not gonna do anything.
Oh, you fucker.
Well, do that.
I mean, the lights are just coming on. There's no
My
issue.
engine, my engine light's been on my truck for like a year and a half, and I've just been, ignoring it.
Do
I
they
know
do
what's wrong with
emissions
it.
testing by you?
No, no, we don't do that crap.
See, they do it by me, so I'm not doing this year, but I'm doing next year. And speaking of, I gotta renew my
Oh,
fucking
thank God we
plates.
don't do that.
Fuck,
You
man.
No,
fucking bastard.
my brake booster is completely out of my truck.
Your brake booster.
Yeah, it runs all the vacuum lines for my car. So like, it operates my brake pressure. It operates the pressure lines for the heater.
Can y'all
All
do
that
some
crap.
retweets and shit? I made a post. Can y'all reshare it, please?
I just shared the stream, homie.
Nelson doesn't like it when we don't have anybody listening for some reason.
I use a
I'm
disc.
just trying to get people into your channel. Shut up. I did a shameless
Oh
plug on
shit,
JTech show.
this
I
bitch
got
on.
home. I was in my boxers. I was getting shower, but I was like, "Ooh, here's my chance."
Did you go on the show or are you just chatting?
Yeah, for like a half hour. Then I had to get showered and make dinner.
Nelson said he's gonna
Man,
divorce me if we don't get more viewers.
I did not say that.
You make me
What was
feel
X has
like
been
wrong?
fucking harming me on my posts lately, bro.
who?
X, I just shared the stream, but it didn't pop up on my timeline. I shared it directly from YouTube, but it
Let me see
didn't
what my ex did.
post. So I had to retweet what you put out.
Nelson, can you believe this shit? Henry asked if he can come on tonight. There's space. What the
Of
fuck? Why are
course
you
you
even
can.
asking?
Man, I didn't
That
know if you had a
you
full
insulted
house, my
me.
boy.
You insulted me, Henry. That was an insult. Damn, it's a slow night on YouTube. It ain't even showing you guys on there.
I'm in here.
No, it shows you guys chatting, but it doesn't show you guys as a number,
Well,
which is gonna freak
YouTube
Nelson out.
YouTube has been shitting the bed here lately.
YouTube, man. YouTube needs to. Bro, they cut access off from YouTube at my job. How fucking lame is that?
Oh, they
Yeah,
killed
shit
the
Oh,
like
from
that.
the
internet.
internet?
Yeah.
What the
Like,
No.
fuck?
you're fucking lame. So I was like, all right, you guys want to cut YouTube off? I'm gonna watch all 8 seasons of House on my fucking phone in front of my computer, and that's what the fuck I've been doing. I'm down to the very last episode and a half. That's what I was doing. That's why I was late because I was watching the second to last episode of season 8.
I hung out in the sideline Eli's chat today, watching the NASCAR race.
Hey, now the numbers are up. Look at that. We got 5 people, 4 of us, and one additional one. What up,
Oh, I'm not one of
stranger?
them.
Well, we got 2. That means we got 2. We're
Still
just chit
showing one
chatting,
person.
guys. Just kind of waiting for people to come on in on this
There it is.
beautiful Sunday evening. Getting ready for the work week.
Fucker.
Yuck.
This week's gonna suck ass, man.
I start my own work week early, so I need money.
My birthday's on Wednesday, and I got a long ass work week. I should have
Dude,
taken off.
I had a 3-day weekend this week. I started it off Friday night by sleeping on my neck wrong and been dealing with neck pain all weekend. It's been a lovely time.
What kind of weak ass bullshit is this?
I'm telling you, Henry. I'm telling you,
Called
that's how I
being
feel,
old.
bro. That's why I took a pause from the game. It's a long ass pause, but
Bro. Bro, this is weak ass bullshit.
I know, bro. It'd be like the little things that piss you off, man.
What are you talking about? The one game you play, the ship game?
It's not a shit
Ender
game.
Lilies?
No. Tales of Iron.
Nah, Tez Iron, yeah.
Tails Iron.
Don't talk too much about it, Henry, because if these guys, if it ain't a fucking AAA big dick, they don't fucking like anything.
Very much.
Whatever.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? I have to officially say, ladies and gentlemen, because we do have 0.02% of my viewers are women.
Yeah,
So you
that's
just
you.
never
Right
know.
on.
Whiny ass Wilma.
I need validation constantly.
I know. Yeah. It's just
Or
another
where?
thing.
Got your
Another
punk
woman thing.
ass. Yeah.
What we got in common there?
You
Fucking
play Marvel's
phone
Rivals?
buzzer, bro.
Miles
Oh no,
Morales,
I'm not playing it.
we just told you it's Tales of Iron.
Oh.
Yeah, Tales Iron 2. They did just start up the other half of the season on Marvel Rivals, so I'm gonna jump back in it, but I really wanted to bust this game out before Monster Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did this month. I just been catching up on games that I started. I fucking beat Sun and Bone, Akimba, and High on Life, which are games I've been playing for a long ass time.
Yeah, yeah. I was hoping to finish Liza P, but I'm not going. I'm gonna have to balance Liza P and Monster Hunter at the same time.
Oh yeah, I forget Monster Hunter comes out this week.
I'm
On
about to balance
Fritney.
Monster Hunter and Split Fiction.
Yeah, I'm waiting on Split Fiction. I was supposed to pre-order it this weekend that I got paid. I just haven't had time.
I'm dropping the pre-order on the 28th.
Hey, they're doing free Buddy Pass on multi-plat, so pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna order it. That way, I can do the friend pass with the girlfriend. So
Fucking bastard.
Why don't you just have her do primary?
because then I gotta wait for her system to jump on.
What do you mean?
Oh no, I have
Oh, you
primary through
fucking
my game
guzzler.
share friend.
You gotta choose your boy or girl.
Oh yeah.
He buys more games than her.
Facts.
And lead a
Priorities.
decision, boy.
I mean,
Facts.
not as many games as I do, but he does buy more games than me.
Yeah, but the real question is who kisses you in your special place? That's the real fucking question here.
Neither one of them.
That makes it real easy then.
That makes it easier, yeah. Well, Nelson, we have nobody here tonight, man. So I hope you're not mad at me or sad, but the
Oh, get
show
over it.
will continue. We have been live for 15 minutes. Nobody has showed up. Sorry, people normally show up around 9 o'clock. But welcome, everybody. RPG Henry, Nelson,
Yes, sir.
and
Yes,
myself
sir.
are here tonight for the State of Gaming podcast. And yeah, it's been a good gaming week for some of us. Not for me, but we'll start with RPG, Mr. COD himself. What's up, RPG? Thank you for coming through. Henry willed it for you to be here tonight, and
Oh,
you were able to make it. What have you
I'm always
been
I'm always here.
what have you been gaming on? How are you doing?
I've been messing with a little bit of God of War Ragnarok,
Dude, I
a
was
little
just
bit
about
of
to. No, stop. You're lying. You're watching. You got a camera in my fucking house. I was literally thinking about replaying that fucking game today.
I was playing it. I restarted the entire story and I made it
I know your favorite
uh
mission in that game.
not the Atreus mission.
Nope.
God
Nope, not
help
that
me.
I
one.
love Atreus
But I
Oh,
missions.
know your favorite mission, though.
I hate the Atreus
Want
mission.
me to tell him your favorite mission?
What?
Where the gay boy has to chase around the ingredients to find the love note that his other gay boyfriend left him. That one.
Oh shit.
Which one
Hey,
is that?
hey,
I don't know what he's talking about
it's a
either.
side quest, but it's a real life thing. And shout out to San who makes Out of War?
Santa
Santa
Monica.
Santa
Monica?
Santa
Monica.
Monica. Shit, damn. Santa Monica. So basically, the story behind that is one of their employees, significant other, passed away during the development of the game, and their
Is
boyfriend and
that the little
boyfriend.
heart thing on the wall?
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. So they
Yeah,
made it. So
I seen
and
the little heart thing, and I always wondered what the backstory was with the little heart thing that was
yeah.
painted up on the
Now I
wall.
think he has some terminal disease or something because the last
Mm,
like few months of his life they kind of did a trip like cross country trip, and that's where the idea came from the side mission. So that's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that one of their employees cared about passed away, and they were able to implement it into the game. So that's
yeah,
pretty cool. They did the same thing in Horizon too, Forbidden West, where right when you get to California or the Golden State Bridge, there's a little island, and that little island is basically dedicated to one of their developers that passed away during the development of the game. And they did this whole thing about him, like, his life history and stuff like that. I just like it when
yeah. You
developers
have to
do
go
stuff
out
like
on
that.
that little island
hmm
that's all off by itself.
But I'm sorry to cut you off. We found out what your favorite mission is on God of War. So what else?
Uh, been playing a little bit of No Man's Sky today. Just kind of chilling, playing relax mode, and just having fun doing that. I did buy a game over the weekend. It's called Wrath,
hmm Is that a
and
Oh
it's
yeah,
survival
so you
game?
did pick it up.
yeah, I did pick it up. It's a sandbox survival game where basically you float across the ocean and you hit these like different islands.
Is it like
And
Subnautica?
I didn't play enough of Subnautica to really tell you whether it's not, but it's kind of like a little bit of Minecraft,
Mm.
but you don't tear things down, you don't make holes in the ground or anything like that. You just like you make a raft and it's like a self-sufficient raft, so you got to upgrade things and you end up like running over trash in the ocean and you make that trash and thus your resources to build bigger and better stuff. But it's another kind of like relaxed, chill survival type game. So
Nice.
Yeah, it's not been too bad, but yeah, that's been mainstays is No Man's Sky, playing a little bit of Wrath, trying to figure that out, and then playing God of War Ragnarok. I want to chase the platinum for it, but it was like yesterday I decided that I was not going to have the time to be able to get the plat done before Wilds and Split Fiction came out. So I basically abandoned that mission for now.
Should have started
Also,
early February for that.
yeah, I really should have, and that's the bitch part about it is like God of War Ragnarok. I basically I rushed through that game before any of the spoilers got out on the internet because that game was just notorious for people trying to spoil the game and the story. So I basically turned Twitter off and turned YouTube off and just beeline the storyline. And I think I really spoiled a lot of the game and ruined a lot of the game for myself.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did.
But
'cause that's the game that you
but
gotta take your time, bro. So one of the
yeah,
reasons I didn't start playing it is because I looked at the hours and I had 70 hours in that motherfucker. And I
and
was like,
it's a
damn, that's a
very
long ass game.
hard game to walk away for 2 to 3 months or 6 months or a year
I
and
remember what the hell's going on. Yeah.
Hmm.
pick back up and have that muscle memory just fired and ready to go. It's like no, I'm just gonna restart the whole thing.
You know, I'm gonna add
And
another topic tonight. I want to talk about PlayStation first party games and which ones we like, which ones we don't like. We're gonna do that at the end. Because
but
that sounds interesting to me.
then I got thanks to your knowledge with the PS Plus discount event, I got the girlfriend's PlayStation PS Plus fired up,
Hell of a
and
deal this week. Goddamn.
oh
Better than
yeah,
Black Friday deal.
ninety
Yeah,
nine
it
dollars
was.
for
It
a
was
premium.
crazy.
Hell yeah! So she played 3 hours of The Last of Us Part One remaster last night, and got I want to say like in the in third level or third chapter basically. So and she when she got done for the end of the night because her controller was basically dead, she, looked at the time when she saved the game and she's like, damn, 3 hours? I've been playing for 3 hours already? And it was surprising to her because she felt like she's only been playing for 20, 30 minutes and it
It's a
was
good
three
sign.
hours. Yeah.
That means you're having a good time.
So I think she likes it. I can see her, walking, working her way through. I'm hoping her to get done with that and maybe get halfway through Tlu 2 before the second season of the HBO show starts because that was her introduction into Tlu, was
What's
the
TLO?
HBO show, The Last of
The
Us.
Last of
Last of
Us.
Us.
So now we're using acronyms in real life. That's what we're doing,
Mm-hmm.
RPG. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
Yeah.
it's been that way for
Oh
quite some
my
time.
goodness. LOL. Oh my goodness. Well, that's good, man. I'm glad that your girlfriend enjoyed it. And I was talking to my cousin about that the last week when I let him borrow It Takes Two. His girlfriend is not a gamer at all. He's a super casual gamer. And I was like, why don't you guys just play It Takes Two? Like, you guys are either gonna kill each other or you're gonna have a great time with each other. But I think it's one of those games, The Last of Us, that I was telling him is that a non-gamer can pick up the sticks and enjoy that game because the story is just so good that the gameplay is fun, but you can use it as a tool to just get to the next part of the story, which I think it's something important for casuals, right? Because they're not able to handle the combos and when gameplay is too fast, and The Last of Us is great at that. So that's cool, man. RPG's been gaming a few different types of games. Even got his girlfriend to check out The Last of Us, PlayStation Classic, been around since the PS3 era. So that's dope as fuck. I love it when new gamers come in and check out some of these games that we consider to be classics. So moving on to Henry, Mr. Henry Heck.
She's seen the show and then wanted to play it, huh?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I mean,
The
she
Yeah,
strategy
wants
yeah.
working.
Strategy works.
she wants to
That's
get
why my kids started playing it too.
branch out away from the Nintendo, Animal Crossing, Hello Kitty, fucking Disney Dreamlight horse shittery.
How old's your girl for? Like,
31.
She's a Nintendo
Oh, okay.
gamer, bro. You know Nintendo gamers, that's how they got to play any fucking way. So,
Yeah,
and look,
you can't take that Nintendo out of that
no, and
fucking
stop
game.
shitting on that, bro, because those games, like, I play Power Wash Simulator. I got like 300, 400 hours in that motherfucker. Sometimes it's just nice to be able to chill, play a game that's, low key, like, just relax, just kind of distract yourself. Like, I like playing Power Wash Simulator a lot because it's one of the only games where I don't have to focus on the game. Meaning I can put a podcast on, I can listen to music, I can distract myself in multiple ways and just go through the motions. You know what I
You
mean?
might have
So,
jumped in.
what's up, Tornado? How are you doing,
Hey,
bro?
Will 777.
Hey,
Yes,
I
and
just seen
Nelson.
him in Helldivers
Yeah, yeah,
Discord, and
yeah,
I was like, "What the hell are you doing awake, man? It's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
4 o'clock in the
I
morning."
know, I know. I got a day off, right? So I'm still around.
Nice. Well, we're
Yeah,
going through our
yeah.
So
introductions right now, Tornado. So perfect timing. Let's go
oh
with
yeah.
Henry, and then we'll go to Tornado. Henry, how you been,
All
bro?
right.
What games you been playing recently?
Oh man, I've been chilling, kicking it. This week
Your
I
boy, the
beat.
boy.
Oh yeah, that's right. Your boy, the boy, Henry Heck, back at it again. But finished up in the Lilies with Thursday or Friday. Bust that down. Then I jumped inside of Wuthering Waves. I got caught back up in Wuthering. Well, I'm not all the way caught up, but I got semi caught up in Wuthering Waves. And I jumped in and checked out the Rusty Rabbit demo. That's gonna be a pickup, a dope game to be playing
I
on
want that
the.
game. It doesn't look as good as Fisted, but it looks like it's in the same
Nah,
vein at
yeah,
least.
it's not. It's not. Nah, it's not.
It looks like a lower budget, shorter Fist.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be more kid friendly, but it's cool. It's a cool game. I'm picking it up, and then since like yesterday about 2 or 3 o'clock, I've been playing Tales of Iron 2, which is a dope game, but coming from a game like Ender Lilies where in their sequel they ironed out all the kinks. You know what I mean? And then inside of this game, it's not. It's just it's certain things inside of it that I realize I don't like in these games. Because in the Magnolia they really perfected like the dodge window, and in this it's not as crisp. You know what I'm saying? And so the timing is just different. They both got perfect block. They both got parry. They both got like heavy quote unquote and light attacks. As in in the Magnolia you can use the face buttons. Like I like using the D-pad in games. Can't use D-pad in Iron Tales of Iron. You got to use the triggers and like that's not the case in Magnolia. So it took me a little while to like readjust and like I got a couple like little nitpicks, but overall it's still a cool game, beautiful game. It's just some things inside of it that's quite annoying. It's kind of sparked the difficulty conversation we're gonna get into a little bit later. But that's pretty much all I've been doing.
Dope. Yeah, I'm also playing Tales of Iron 2. I kind of took a break from it about 2 weeks ago when Kingdom Come 2 came out because of the difficulty. Yeah, to me it feels a little bit harder than the first one. The first one I struggled with, but I felt it was a very fair game. This one is a little bit different, and I can't wait till we get into that topic of conversation. Mr. Tornado Screw.
yeah, 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 yeah.
What's up, bro?
Well,
How you been, man? What games have you been playing? How you been in general, man? We haven't had you on the podcast for about 3 weeks now,
I'd
so
say yeah. It's been a while. It's been a while since the last time. Doing all right though. I'm kind of a little bit hooked
Also,
on Helldivers mostly lately, to be honest with you. So I've been doing a lot of that
well,
though.
to be real, you've been hooked on Helldivers for over a year.
Yes, yes. So I quite
for
enjoyed the game.
GTA, it's 13 years of that shit, or 12 years of that
Yeah,
shit.
GTA kind of a little bit died down for me though because there's nothing new in the game anymore, right? I've already seen all of the heists, the missions, and whatnot.
They
And
stopped
I'll be honest,
seasonal updates with that.
well, they're still updating it every now and then with a new car. I mean, like 2 weeks ago, they brought in like the for us here in Europe, the old school Ford Sierra Cosworth they put in the game. So that's a nice addition, but yeah, it's I don't know. Like I said, the game is a little bit stale now at this point. I mean, even if they were to bring out the contact mission, it's something we've already seen already for the past, well, in this case, more than a decade. Yeah, what more can you do in this game?
Yeah.
yeah, it's done for. I hate to say it, but yeah, every now
It's
and then
time to
the
move on.
only yeah, it's time to move on. The only satisfaction that I can get out of it, but that's because I'm in the crew. We help someone, and they've been there here for the first time. They're like a level, it's kind of baby level actually. 118, and I'm saying that arrogantly with my level 1600, but that's an account that I've been building up for over a decade, right? And these people are just coming in there for like six months to a year, and they got nothing. So for them to kind of see millions coming in, they're like, "Yo, that's fantastic." For me, it's nothing. I'm looking at it, I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm at 1.6 billion, but oh well, it is what it is."
Yeah, there's different levels to this, and you are at the top
Exactly.
tier level.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
but
So
that's
I'm one of. Ah, well,
with games
it
like
is what
that,
it is.
it's that's who you really want to keep gaming and playing are those people that have been playing for a decade. That's where you're gonna get, in my opinion, it's where you're gonna get your monies, where you're gonna your biggest customer satisfaction. It's where you're gonna get all the metrics that they want to see. You're gonna get that from the gamers that have been playing the longest. So that's surprising that. Well, it's not surprising because they're just moving on to the next new thing, which
Yeah,
is
exactly.
GTA 6. So it's about that time.
Yeah,
All right,
true,
that's cool.
true.
Anything else you've been playing recently besides Helldivers and GTA?
GT7. I've also been playing some other kind of games like those are actually Xbox games. The Blood Rain series. I've been kind of dabbling in those. Blood Rain 1 and Blood Rain 2.
Well, man, I gotta check
So
those out. What are those? Are those fighters or
yeah,
what?
they're kind of like
PS1 game?
that's kind of like an how can I say it best? It's kind of like a style of between Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, and that was in my
Oh,
opinion.
360 era?
Yeah. That's the game.
I
Actually,
remember
Okay.
those,
Xbox
yeah.
One actually even.
Yeah, that's with the chick with the red hair and the
Yeah,
two
exactly.
two
Yeah, she
That's the
blades.
looks like a
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
vampire,
yeah, yeah.
right?
That's the one.
I
That's
know
the
what you're
one.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
I
I've
might
been
have to
playing
check it
that
out.
a
Is it
little
on
bit.
Game Pass?
Oh, yeah, that was all the way back on PS2. Holy shit.
I actually bought them on PS4 though, digitally. So I actually bought a physical copy of one of them, and I'm trying to see if I can get my hands on the other one. But it is what it is. We'll see if I can actually make that happen.
Hmm.
And that's something I'm not gonna hijack or steal the show, but that's something I've been doing lately as well. I'm trying to get all of the games that I had digitally. I'm trying to get them physically as well, most of them.
Nice.
So that's something I'm trying to do. And I see a friend request from Fallout
Nice. Well,
RPG.
let's move on to Nelson.
Yeah.
Nelson
I was gonna
Gaming
say
Culture. My co-host,
Nelson in the house.
my gaming husband or wife.
Hey, he's the
How
man that directed me to Helldivers too, eh? Without
uh,
word to mouth, eh? No
or
commercial in between.
to
Yeah, man.
now Nelson's
I was on that from day one.
Yeah,
Everyone always
man.
says, "Oh, none of the PlayStation guys ever thought that was gonna be in out there, ever talked about it." I was like, "Don't say everyone."
look. I got the platinum in that fucking game. How many people here got the platinum for Helldivers?
Yeah, hand up,
I
man. Over
do.
here, over
There we
here.
go.
Yep.
See, so
I don't look at
technically,
my. I don't like my.
But
I
I
don't look
still
at
like the
my.
game, man. I'm still
well,
playing it, even though I have the platinum.
that
I'm still
means
enjoying it. Yep.
Nelson that you don't have the platinum because you would have known, and that means that
I
I
don't
love it
look at
more
my
than you.
trophy list. I don't give a
That
shit.
you would have known. You would have known.
I
Anyways,
don't.
moving on.
I
Nelson,
don't get a cookie
tell the
for it.
people you do. You would get a cookie from me.
Uh,
Tell the people how you been and
oh
also
man.
what you've been get. What's up, hero? Tell the people
I've
what you've been
been
gaming on.
struggling. I've been gaming on basically because I got in that closed beta. I've been playing what's it called? Sonic Crossworlds.
Oh, and you were also playing the Fatal Fury game.
I did play the Fatal Fury
Yeah.
a little bit too. Yeah.
Which,
Yeah,
by the way,
sure
I'm getting a
did.
copy of that too. So that's incoming.
Yeah,
So,
not bad. I didn't realize how terrible I was though. Holy smokes.
so that's all you've been gaming on.
Takes practice.
Yeah, pretty well. Helldivers too with Tornado during the week.
Okay, cool.
When I
Well,
can get my ass out of bed early enough.
well, for me, I've been playing a little bit of everything. I got into the mode of just kind of finishing up the games that I started a long time ago. So I beat Son of Bone this week. I beat let me look at my list because I have my memory is shitty. They say when your short term memory is shitty, is because you're not getting enough sleep and you're sleep deprived. So I got to work on that.
It doesn't matter
So
how much I sleep. I still can't remember a fucking thing. So
I
I think it's just
beat
brain damage.
Sun and Bone. I beat Akimba, which was a game recommended by Nelson. I also beat High on Life, which High on Life is my longest, like the longest one out this list. Because Sun and Bone came out, I think it was September of 24. Akimbot sometime in the summer of 24, and High on Life came out in 2022, I believe it was, when it ended the 6 month exclusivity with Xbox. So I've been playing that, and just like RPG, I also purchased the game this weekend. Well, I purchased a couple, but the one that you're playing, or the one you're seeing in the screen right now, is the one that I purchased Friday night. It is called Whisker Squadron Survivor. It is basically a roguelike shooter, kind of reminds me of Star Fox. It's and shout out to the developer. They are from my home state of Wisconsin, so I'm glad that I can support this game.
Right.
So shout out to them.
Yep.
I'm definitely gonna look them up and see if they have any events, stuff like
Local
that, because I
support.
would love to show up and get some support. But those are the games that I've been playing, and you'll check the Squadron game out while I'm playing it. It's decent. I'm still stuck in the first level, but it's kind of like when I play Redacted. I mean, I will say the first 10, 15 hours of Redacted, I was in the first freaking, like I couldn't get past that first biome or second biome, so it took me a while. But once you get the upgrades, once you get the experience, you start kind of going through it, and so far it's been pretty good. I think I played this game the most. Played a couple hours Friday night, played a couple hours, actually about 3, 4 hours yesterday, on and off. I would play an hour in the morning, hour, between in early afternoon, and then a couple hours last night before I headed out for my evening. And then this morning, of course, I really didn't get much gaming in. But what is interesting to me in regards to the game that I've been playing and the games that you guys have been playing is besides Nelson, or not Nelson, Henry, which he's playing Tales of Iron. He just beat Ender Magnolia. But I really haven't heard anybody here talk about a brand new game. And the reason I'm bringing up Henry is because Tales of Iron is semi new, came out in February, early February. But besides that, I don't hear nobody here playing Kingdom Come Deliverance, or I don't hear anybody playing what's that other game, or Avowed. But what I do hear
No.
is RPG excited for Monster Hunter. Henry,
Yeah,
looking forward to
I got
Monster
that one
Hunter.
incoming. Yep, next week.
So you too. So that's three. Nelson, are you looking at Monster Hunter? Or you don't give a
Yeah.
fuck about
I'm
Monster
not
Hunter?
buying shit this year.
I hate to say it
I'm
about
poor.
Kingdom Come. It was a game that was not on my radar. Oh my god, I never played the first one either. Another scumbag going in the wrong direction on the goddamn
I
track.
got Kingdom Come 2 this week.
Well, the big thing
Sorry,
with
but
Kingdom Come is that they're one of the studios that I like to support because they're doing gaming right. You know what I mean? They're giving the people what they want. They're not adding bullshit in there like what we've been experiencing this generation with gaming in general. It's the same reason I bought Baldur's Gate. Even though I don't play turn-based games, but I just love what that studio is all about, and I want to support them. Same thing with the people with Sun and Bone. I mean, their games are janky. They're just starting out, but I love supporting what they're doing, and it's a 3 or 4 brother operation where they make their
They can
games
actually
and
give a shit, and they're in it for making games at least.
exactly. So I love supporting it. I mean, Quantum Error came out last year, and I bought it digitally day one, and then I waited for a sale and bought the physical as well. So I just love supporting studios like that, and that's the reason why Warhorse got my money. Now, next game, I probably won't give him my fucking money day one because I feel shafted after buying the gold edition, but that's a whole other conversation. But now that we got the intros out the way, we have Hero Down Under here. I appreciate Hero. Hero has been around for a long, long time. He supports me, even though he likes Thrifty better because he'll leave my podcast if Thrifty has another one to go join his. I still appreciate him. So thank you for being here, Hero. I ain't gonna lie. If I was you, I would too, bro. It's like, okay, Will says a lot of fucks and Thrifty doesn't, so let's head on over there. Plus, Thrifty's been killing it lately, bro. This motherfucker had fucking Dave. He's been having all sorts of people in there, man. So I should probably be listening more. Oh, I mean, so can I.
okay.
Dave's already said he can come in whenever he wants, but I need
I
to
just didn't feel like
Alright.
asking him because the guy had 4 fucking podcasts this week, and
Yeah,
the dude
yeah.
already works 60 hours a week. It's like,
Exactly.
Jesus Christ.
Dave is busy, but we'll get him in, man. I gave him an open invitation, and that's my fault because now I'm kind of sitting here waiting for Dave to be
You
like,
gotta
hey, how
remember,
join
he's
it?
like 16 hours difference than us,
Yeah,
too.
I know.
Tornado, when I seen them, the guys talking, because we're in a Helldivers group together,
Yep.
and they're chatting back and forth. I'm like, what the hell is he doing awake? It's like 4 o'clock in the morning where he's
Mm-hmm.
at.
Yeah, no, Dave is
And then
like
I said something, and
16.
then boom, he shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we got the intros out the way, so let's go ahead and get into our first topic. And the first topic that I think is gonna be the best topic to get into is, now that we have Tornado here, is I want to talk a little bit about the whole NetEast, China,
Ooh,
Marvel's rival.
yeah, I've been
I
following
think
that indeed.
yes,
Yep.
I think that's gonna be a good one to get into.
Oh
And
man.
let's start with my boy, the boy Henry Heck first. Henry.
Yep.
So we
Yes,
first got
sir.
the news last week, right? And the news came from the, I don't know if he was the director. I forget his.
It was a game direct. Well, supposed game
Well,
director.
And
yes,
his team, eh? And his team.
yes. Well, it was the game director, but what people, and that's what, well, that was
One of the
part of the
directors, there's
one of the
many of
director.
them.
Yes, that was part of the confusion. He's not the main game director.
There's like
He
5
is.
different teams. He was one of them.
He was one of them. I think his team was in charge of design or some shit like that. But he posted
I
on
think it was
X
R&D. R&D.
R&D.
R&D, that's
Okay.
it.
So
You don't need no more.
his
Facts.
team, or he made a post. He said it doesn't matter. Basically, he said, I'm paraphrasing here. He's like, I guess it doesn't matter how well you do or how bad you do, but my whole team got laid off with the game that we worked on that has been super successful, right? Now, when people saw that and they're seeing his title, which is game director, which he is, everybody's like, oh shit, his whole team. Well, we start to get more information, and we find out that his whole team really is like 6 to 13 people, right? Now that is still unfortunate, right? Because we obviously, Marvel Rival is incredible, is doing incredible right now, is doing crazy numbers. I read somewhere, and I could be wrong, but just this
I
podcast
know
once
they did
again.
136 million week 1. That's all I know.
This podcast, once again, is not a fact checker fucking podcast where we're going to get all the information accurate. A lot of it's going to be off the top of our head. So please don't fucking sit here, take notes, and go out and argue these points.
It was 127, not 136.
But I read somewhere that not only did they make like 130 something million that first week, but I read somewhere else they made like $200 million. I think it was the week after, or a combination of a couple.
It was the first
couple
month,
weeks
I think it was
after
136.
that. So it just crazy fucking numbers.
Free, so that's just transactions.
Yes, just transactions. So incredible
There's no
numbers.
sales on that game. So
when people see that a whole team got dropped, right, got laid off after the huge success, well, of course the attacks start coming and people start, talking about the game industry and how greedy they are. Which, by the way, I fucking agree. I think the gaming industry is one of the most incompetent industries in the world. But we'll get to that. But Mr. Henry Heck, let us know what your point of view is in regards to this, the roller coaster of information. You even made a video about this, and it was a good one, which I shared out. Let us know what are your opinions on this.
And I appreciate you sharing that out also, first and foremost. But initially when we heard or seen what was going on, it raised some questions to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I even asked inside the Discord. I was like, man, I feel like it's a little more to this. I feel like we missing something. And then because I knew that it was at least 2 quote unquote game directors because the main team isn't over here, and so I was wondering what.
Yeah, they're from Oregon, right?
I think
or Washington.
Seattle.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, so in what capacity or what authority does he have in relation to the game director and the main team? And then come find out, he's pretty much just a support studio. That was his studio. And the team, I mean, of course, first and foremost, yeah, it sucks when people get laid off, but such is life. You know what I mean? Especially in these times, recent times where it's been tons of layoffs everywhere in tech, and like Nelson said, like at this point, your job is done, the game is out. And just because a studio is making a ton of money off a game doesn't mean you obligated a job. Doesn't mean you obligated a position. Like, what, you gonna just sit up in the office, piddling your thumbs, pissing around in the corner, talking shit, and not doing nothing? Not because if it ain't nothing for you to do, it's nothing for you to do. And
yeah, if you could become exclusive to like a brand or something like that, and you're only making their shit, you don't have to R&D nothing no more. You're not going to keep the R&D department no more.
And so, because I also was thinking like, okay, well maybe they're like contractors because usually, like when the contractor job is done, then they go off to go to wherever else and do the job and do whatever job they get hired to do. Um, I just think the way it was reported on was kind of kind of iffy. You know what I mean? I think it was reported in such a way to seem bigger than what it was in order to like shed some negative light onto um Marvel Rival Studio because it's like that's the cool thing. We're gonna shit on these corpos because you know they making all this money, they greedy, and they could have at least kept them on, blah blah blah. But at the same time, when they let these people go, it's not like they throwing you on your ass and you getting nothing. You getting severance pay for X amount of months, and even when you find another job, you still gonna collect that severance pay for the amount of time
Yeah,
that
if
you
you
know.
get severance and you find a job real fast, you get to keep all
Yeah,
that
you
money.
so you still getting paid. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
plus,
severance pay is way different than like unemployment or
facts.
Severance is good for one thing. If you can find a job fast, you can bank. If you not, because at least where I live, I got severance from a layoff. I got laid off, and you don't get to collect no unemployment until the amount of money you collect from unemployment reaches what you got for your severance.
hey,
So you got to live off that.
severance is good no
Basically,
matter what
incentive.
because
The
you're still
severance is
getting
seed.
paid and you get fucking unemployment after the severance. So severance is an awesome safety net.
You gotta manage it though, is what I'm saying.
Well, you
Because
got to
yeah,
manage
you ain't
your
getting nothing
paychecks
from.
too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
that's a
getting a
fact. That's a
lump
fact.
sum. Like, say you get 10 grand, and let's just say your unemployment was $500 a week. You ain't gonna get unemployment for 10 weeks. Or
Well,
no,
don't
wait, more
fuck
than
up
that.
your money.
What would that be?
People fuck up their money all the time. I mean, look,
Five
let me
hundred
tell
dollars
y'all
a
a
They
quick
damn
week.
little
sure do.
story.
They
When
damn
I
sure
was
do.
when I was still working in
5
finance,
months.
I had a bank manager. He ran two banks, and this guy came in asking me to let him borrow money, which was $15,000, so he can buy a used Jeep. And I'm looking at his application. I'm like, you make $40,000. Is this a year? Did you fuck up? He's like, no, that's a month. I'm like, you make $40,000 and you cannot, your credit score is so shitty, you cannot even afford to buy a fucking used
Eh?
Jeep cash. You are coming to me to ask for 15 grand. No, you're denied. You will not be borrowing no fucking money from this institution, especially no 15 grand. Now, a person may be like, well, you're fucking crazy. He makes 40 G's a
Bro,
fucking month.
you make
That's
you
one
you make
paycheck.
as much a month that a lot of people make a year. What
Well,
the
let
fuck
me
you
tell
talking
you
about?
why I declined him. Because yes, he made 40 grand a month, but you know what he also had? He had alimony. He was paying his wife fucking 7 G's a month. He had his first
Mm,
mortgage for his wife that he had to pay. That's another 5 G's a month. Then he had his fucking mortgage that
fucking
he's
hell.
paying, which is another 7 G's a month. And because he's working fucking 70, 80 hours a week managing two branches, he can't do the cooking. So he has Maria, who he pays $1,000 a week to do the grocery shopping, the cooking. He
Yep.
pays fucking Juan another $1,000 a week to do the fucking maintenance in his house, cut his grass, shovel shit like that. Fucking insurance, fucking water bill on two houses, taxes. So now that 40 G's a month is
Ain't
now looking.
alimony is such a bitch?
It is. I have
That's
another
bull.
story. I had a buddy of mine who got
Damn.
divorced. He got married. He lives in California. He's an outside business. He's an outside sales rep, and he makes really good money. I mean, he makes like 15 G's a month. Well, he was married to his wife for 7 years. They've been divorced now for 10 years. So this is 15 years ago or 10 years ago. They've been,
Hmm.
so he now officially has been divorced from her for 3 years longer than they were married, and he still has to pay alimony. And one of
Oh my
the
god.
stipulations
Funny,
of
one of my mom's friends, or one of my friends from high
Fucking
school,
hell.
she does a lot of family stuff with her. She'll never get married again because she gets 10 bands
yes,
every
yes,
month from
and
alimony. She'll never
the
get married ever.
one of the stipulations of the alimony is that the wife cannot remarry. If she does remarry, well, the alimony goes away. And she cannot have another person living in the house. That was part of the agreement, where she keeps the house, but she cannot have anybody living in there. You know what should they do? They have a inspection that happens every 3 or 6 months or some shit like that. Nothing happens. The boyfriend puts his shit in a fucking U-Haul, parks on the street, waits till the inspection is over, then he fucking moves right back in. So this motherfucker's been paying close to 40% of his income for the last 10 fucking years for a bitch he was only married
Yeah.
for 7 years. That's how
Yep.
alimony does to you. So
Hey,
boys,
20 coming
boys,
up on 20 years for the one I'm talking
To
about.
make it even worse, from my perspective, You better best believe that she's jumping on a pogo stick. You best believe
Oh,
that.
absolutely.
She already traded
Absolutely.
it in.
Yes.
Hey, I
Believe
figured
me.
the person I'm
She's
talking
she's
about,
she's
since
riding
they
the
got divorced,
carousel.
she's
Don't
gotten
be fooled.
2.5 million after taxes.
Don't
Yeah.
be fooled.
So
And
boys, my fucking my
Pull out. That's my
advice to
advice.
you as being worked in finance and dealing with loans and even being in the military, Nelson knows about this. How many dudes went to Iraq paying no taxes, all their money goes straight to the bank,
man,
and they come back and their wife is gone, the
And the
kids are
wife's gone,
gone,
and the bank account's
the bank
gone. Yeah,
account
I
is
had to buy my
empty.
man.
I had to buy my squad leader a lunch because when he got home, he had 62 cents in his account, and his family was gone.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
in the
God.
military,
Hey, that is painful, man.
they
Fucking
have
hell.
these I don't know what they're called. They're like a rent-a-center kind of business where you go in and you can rent shit
Oh
until rent
yeah,
to own.
yeah.
Well, they have a lot of those
$100 a month for like $1,000 product or a
Man.
yes.
week.
So they have a lot of those near bases because they know the soldiers get paid, right? They're always going to get paid. It's guaranteed money. So the approval process is very easy. You would go to the mall and you will
Or the
walk.
interest is like 30%,
Yes, the interest is high. It's like one of those payday kind
30,
of deals.
40%. Like you
But the
want a
point
$1,000
is,
laptop, and you're gonna pay for it five
if
times.
if you're a brand new soldier, right, who just needs to say, well, they take advantage of that. But I used to walk by the mall with my buddies, and whatever unit is deployed, you know how many wives we would see in these places with 2 or 3 dudes, and she's just buying whatever the fuck she
Yeah,
wants and
me.
putting it on the
Yeah.
husband's account. Like that shit happens all the time. So ladies, well, gentlemen mostly, but ladies too, because I have seen some women who make a shit ton of money and they get fucked at the end, but mainly men because the court discriminates against men. Now things are changing a little bit, but always get a fucking prenup. Doesn't matter if you make $30,000 a year. Doesn't matter if you make $250,000 a year. Always get
Yep.
a fucking prenup. We all have the
Yep.
They
fairy
don't.
tale that we're gonna be with our spouse forever, and I hope it's true, right? Till death do us apart. I'm a firm believer in that. But if the bitch cheats, she fucking cheats. Don't get fucked. A lot of states are no fault divorces. So it doesn't matter
Yep.
who cheated, who did what. It doesn't fucking matter.
Hey,
And the person making the
um,
most money is the one that's gonna lose.
yep. As a YouTube channel that I always watch, yeah, I hate to say it though, but I'm not gonna delve into those politics. But the slogan goes like this: protect yourselves at all times, gentlemen. That's the
Yes.
tip I'm gonna give you. Protect yourself at
At
all
all times.
times.
Ladies and gentlemen, right? But gentlemen more
Yep.
because we're the
Yep.
ones,
Yep.
even if you
Gentlemen are
get
the ones that
married,
get screwed the
Ain't the
most.
richest woman in the world Bezos' ex-wife?
yes, the richest
Every woman, the like 10 richest women are all divorced from rich men.
divorce. All right, getting
Hmm.
back to NetEase.
Yeah,
Sorry
yeah,
about that.
exactly.
So they get their separation pay and all that. What were you saying, Henry? I'm sorry to cut you off with that bullshit story.
Good man. And I was also going to add to that and also they get to put Marvel Rivals on their resume, which is a good look for the next studio that they going try to get a job at,
Oh
or
yeah,
or
that
or
always
even
helps.
open up their own studio, which is what I would recommend, especially inside the industry right now with how stuff going, which will also lean into another topic later on as far as like being independent versus owned. But yeah, I just feel like the report on it was off, and it was made to be a much bigger deal than what it actually was because you know the East is looking out for the East, and if I
Hmm.
were them, I'd be doing the same thing. Just because of how games are being made here, how developers are acting here. I don't feel as though, this is my opinion. I don't feel like Western devs work as hard as Eastern devs. That's just how I feel about it. So I mean, I don't fault them. I don't feel a way about it. Um, I'm sure the quality of the game is not going to suffer because they still got the core teams and they're still focusing on delivering, content. And like I said, in the East they just work harder, so they're gonna get stuff out anyway. And that's all I got to say about it for right now.
Facts. RPG, heading to you. What do you think about what Henry just said? That well, two things. Them looking out for themselves, right? This is a Chinese company, so they're gonna be looking out for themselves. But is there some side of you, RPG, where you're like, no, that's bullshit because the game is doing extremely well. These dudes obviously are putting in work. They were part of that success. So, I mean, getting rid of 13 people, design, or what was it, R&D, research and development? Like, was it fair two sides of this. Fair, right? Which fair doesn't mean shit in business, but is it fair that they got let go even though they did great work, or based on what we know because the game's successful, they did good work? And business sense wise, would you let people like that go where they have the experience of working on a successful game? Wouldn't you want to keep people like that working on maybe a different project that you may be working on? Like, what do you think about that, RPG?
Uh, they they got let go. I think purely for cost cutting and for them basically being done with their part of the job. They got the product out there on the shelf. They got the product out there for the public. They did their part. I think a lot of this shit with them getting cut from the company has to deal with a little bit of the politics currently going on right now. But they did their job, and is it a talent loss? Hell yeah, it's a talent loss because could they do more and could they make the game last longer? Yeah, they could. But you have to look at what they can bring to the table versus what they're going to take from the table, and they don't want to have any part of this game over in the Western Hemisphere. And whether you like to hear that or not, that's just what it is. This is a Seattle company, and this is a China-based uh, company. So when they have this Western studio over here doing stuff, they don't want any of that. They're going to cut their ties, and they're just going to go, all right, well, we're not going to have that Western division anymore. We'll just add maybe one or two people over here, 6 people over here in the Eastern division, and to do the same job. What is it going to be as great of a job? No, well, we're going to see when it gets down to it. But it sucks for the people who lost their job because I'm sure they were riding high with the success of it. They're got their feet kicked up on the table, going they're riding high and thinking, oh yeah, our jobs are secure, no problem. We're fucking bombing right now, and we're doing good. We're making big bang. And then you got the rug pulled out from underneath you. So it sucks for the people, but then again, this in the gaming industry since 2020, I would say maybe 2019. If you don't have an up to date resume at all times, you're not updating that bitch every 2 months.
I
That's
mean,
kind of on you.
that should be every job, honestly.
Yeah, but I mean, especially in the gaming industry, what we've seen, the
Hmm.
massive fucking growth and the massive fucking decline since everything started coming back online. So you are always going to need to look, whether you're at Santa Monica, Square, Activision, Blizzard, who the fuck ever. If you're not constantly looking for your next step in this gaming industry and you end up on your ass, that's kind of on you because there's been way too many flags put out there for you not to be able to see that this gaming industry is ever changing, ever evolving, and if you don't stay with it, you are going to get left behind.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of that RPG, and it's it is unfortunate. It is very unfair, in my opinion, but it is what it is. It's business. Look, we're all adults. We're all grown. Sometimes we get fired, we let go for no reason, right? And it's just the way it is.
Hmm.
And another thing that I think is I think the East developers and publishers are starting to see a huge opportunity here. They're seeing the downfall of the Western developer, and they're trying to take advantage of that. And if they can distance themselves even a little bit, because let's be real, Washington State is one of the fucking cornerstones of the bullshittery that goes on in today's world, especially in the West Coast of the United States, Washington State, California. I mean, those are just rotten to the fucking core. So why not? Tornado, what about you? What do you think about the whole situation? Did they do the right thing, the wrong thing, based on what we know? What would you have
Mm,
done? What do you think about the situation?
Tornado knows what I've been saying for years
Yeah,
now.
Well,
it's
good thing we're
it's
gonna let Tornado.
yeah, no worries, no worries. The way how I see it, And I'm kind of a little bit in the same boat as how RPG kind of explained it. To me, it feels like these people have done their work, right? Be it R&D, or did they do the mechanical work or animation or whatever, they contributed a large part to the game, I feel. And I kind of feel like, hey, they did the work. These people at the Chinese office are looking at from NetEase like, hey, the game is finished. It's making us money. All right, we're going to lay these people off. We got some skilled people that can kind of maintain it, and good luck,
And
and
also,
find another
Tornado,
job.
another thing
That's how
too
I
with
see it.
another thing with these people too is that not only did they let go, right, but they're successful. So this is a great thing to put on the resume. So they're
And
better off.
oh yeah, sure. But it's kind of weird to see, like, I mean, is the same thing not going to happen to them at the next studio that they're going to apply for a job, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, like I said, you
they're
don't
doing
think
the work.
Rockstar's going to have layoffs after they get GTA Online out? There's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be tons of them.
Oh yeah,
Massive.
yeah.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, you worked on the map. You worked on the original storyline map. Okay,
Yep.
yeah, thanks. Thanks for your service.
They're not going to sit around and pay you for
I
the
was
next
going to
15
say,
years until they put the next one out.
exactly.
No,
We've
they're
seen it
not
with
doing
Leslie Benzies, who've all of a sudden gotten put out of the company, right?
Yeah, but that's
And, they said-
assuming that they got nothing working on. That's assuming that Marvel Rivals is the only thing they're working on. There's
Yeah,
nothing else.
Okay. True.
Yeah,
Because
you
But still,
there's
can pay-
you're always working on shit. I mean, look at PlayStation right now with their first party studio. How many fucking teams have been working on live service, single player, fucking remakes? Like even a 300 person studio
Yeah, but like
is
Fortnite, they got everybody on that on Epic now. They don't make
yeah,
games no more.
that's
Rockstar don't
different.
make games no
That's
more.
different. Those studios are rare. There's only a
It's-
handful of those studios.
You think that they keep the contractors who built the Eiffel Tower around on the fucking page?
This is different.
No,
This is
don't.
different. People don't consume the Eiffel Tower.
But they use the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, they use it, but they don't consume it. After you build it, you move on to the next project. That's just common sense. But also, you just need
hire
maintenance.
A couple of maintenance guys.
Yeah, that's it.
You just maintain it, and that's what they did. They got rid of the people who built the damn thing, and they're like, "Oh, well, we're just going to train you on
to me
how
is
to
Yeah,
a
but
maintain
they're
the
not.
damn
But
thing."
yeah, but they're not going to stop building. Like you don't. Most. If we're going to go use a construction terminology or example, a company just doesn't let go of its engineers once they build a house. No, they keep them so they can keep building different houses or different buildings.
And that's the part where I'm going to bring in Nintendo, actually, because what they said, and I'm going to quote Satoru Iwata, rest in peace for the man himself.
RIP.
Yeah, he said it best, though. We need to keep our workers and our employees motivated at best. They are the ones that build our house.
Yes.
So in that respect, if I'm
Such
looking at the people that they let
visionary.
go from yeah, so like I said, when these people were let go from the Marvel Rivals project, right, and they worked for NetEase, I'm like, wait a minute, these people kind of built your house, they built your success, and you're laying them off. That's how I see it
Yeah,
from
so
a
do I.
Nintendo perspective, eh? So I'm like, wait a minute, these people that were pretty much kind of instrumental in your success of your game, or at least from a be it the mechanical part that they built or animation or whatever they did, they contributed a large part to the game. And you're letting them go. When
Yeah.
these are the people
when
that
the
actually
next
have built the
project-
foundation for your house.
When the next project comes up, though, when they're building their next game, their next big thing, who do you think is going to be first on the list?
Yeah,
to
but
call?
the most expensive part about employees
Yeah.
is the hiring process. Because even if you let them
Mm.
go, even if they know what they're doing, you still got to do all that paperwork, the legalities, the taxes. People don't know. FYI, for those of you guys that don't know, when you get your paycheck, for example, let's say you make $1,000 a week, right? And the government takes
Mhm.
$300, let's say for Social Security, federal taxes, state taxes, all that shit. Your employer is also paying taxes on the money they paid you. So that's a double whammy in taxes. So you're paying taxes on your money, and the employer is paying taxes on the money they're paying you. So if you're making, I don't know, $40,000 a year, in reality, your expense to your employer is $60,000 a year. They're paying you 40, but they're paying the government another $20,000 to keep you employed. So if you're just gonna fucking fire people and then rehire them when you start like that, that's just not smart business at all. Especially
when it
with
comes
a
to medical.
yes, especially when it comes to the medical, all that shit. Especially when you have a successful business, bro. You made 130 whatever million dollars the first fucking week. There's plenty to go around here. Nelson, we'll go to you and then we'll go to the next topic. What do you think about the whole situation, and what else do you have to add?
To be honest, I would be doing the same because I would be distancing myself from the West because I think in the next 15 to 20 years, 75% of the gaming market's going to be from China, 15% from the rest of the East, and then 10% for the rest of the world.
I disagree
If I
with
were
that.
Sony, I'm pretty damn confident because you see the shit they're coming out with in China and they're just starting. Whether by the time these guys
They're
get to their
not just
second, third,
starting.
fourth game,
They're not just
in console
starting.
gaming, they are. On these
They're
bigger
not just
games, yeah,
starting.
they are.
Fuck no. They've been doing this for a long time too. They just haven't been as successful because they haven't had the backing
They've
of major
been doing mobile
publishers.
games. Look at
Yes.
Phantom Blade. This is their first time doing. What happens when they get to their third game on
But the
of a console
difference
game? You think Naughty
between
Dog's gonna be able to compete with that? Fuck no.
yeah, but
Nope.
we have to look at this much bigger. And this is actually going to go into a discussion that we talked about Discord today or not. Is it Discord? Yes, Discord. Which I told you shut up. And by
These
the
guys are
way,
gonna shit on these westerns. They already are.
Nelson, it was Henry who told me to shut the fuck up on Discord today. It wasn't my idea. Henry's like, hey, let's save the conversation for the show tonight. And he's like, tell Nelson to shut the fuck up before I fly up there and I beat the fuck out of him. That's exactly what he told me to say. But I was like, Henry, that's
All
too
right.
extreme.
God
Let's just
damn.
say shut up, okay? But that's a great point to move to. So yes, China is fucking killing it. The East in general is killing it. North Korea or South Korea. I was gonna say North Korea. These motherfuckers don't even have electricity in North Korea. The Korea,
Dude,
South
they
Korea.
use the West to get into this console and shit like that, and they ain't gonna need us much longer.
No, that's not true. So what you're saying,
That's true.
is America's gonna fail. No, the fuck they're not.
They
America
already
has
are.
always okay. Just because they're failing doesn't mean they're gonna stay. They stay failing forever. We are the innovators. We are the ones who do this gaming shit. There's gonna be
Not
a
anymore.
point. There's gonna be a point
Hmm.
where things are gonna correct themselves. There's just too much fucking money involved. You're not these American studios are not gonna stay with the fuckery woke shit forever. They're just not. There is too
I
many
hope
billions
not,
of
though.
dollars
I don't know. I
involved.
said that a few years
Oh,
ago, but here we
man.
are.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking about a few years in gaming where a game takes 5 to 10 years to come out. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, but it's not going to take 20 years before the shit fucking bounces back. It's just not. There's way too much money involved for people to just say, we're going to let these people continue with their fuckery and for shit to keep going the way it is and
Well,
let the path take its course. That is not
Yeah.
going to
well,
fucking happen.
well.
Wait for them red lines to start showing up, and shit's gonna change
Yes.
real fucking
Yes.
quick.
What's up, Tornado?
That is
What you have
true.
to say?
What I wanted to say, additive to what you just said, in order for that to happen, what you said, like kind of like a reset, or at least things to change.
Mm-hmm.
If and this is kind of like a shocking number, you can look it up. If 32% of these people that are in making games, right, are employed in those businesses,
Yes.
and of those 32% is pretty much like an, as we like to call them, activists.
Yeah.
Man, there's need to be a lot of cleaning up being done though in these
Yeah.
companies.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Absolutely. And look, let me give
32%
you
is a lot though.
another example.
These fucking Chinese are hungry. They're creative, and like look at where the Wind Meeks and fucking Awakening. All my favorite, all the most games I'm anticipating are fucking from China. I don't even know who these studios are because they
Which-
never made nothing.
Which you're not even fucking
That's
buying
fucking
anyways.
insane.
Which you're not
Yeah,
even
yeah.
buying any fuck. You just said you're not buying shit this year.
Yeah, I am. I'm buying Phantom Blade.
I knew it.
I
But
mean, look at how well Stellar Blade fucking sold.
I was gonna
yeah,
say,
they're all selling well, but you guys are out here
Yeah,
saying
and that was made
that
for like what 50, 60 million. You can't do that here. That's
There's
a
a
$200 million
reason
game here.
why-
We can't
And they're-
compete.
And they're like, oh, well, we're gonna stick tits and ass on a game and sell it to the Americans. They're gonna buy this shit up. You're goddamn right, we bought that shit up.
guys,
yep,
China
me
has
included.
only been dominating for the last 2 fucking years. We
Yeah,
have been
that's saying
dominating
something, though.
You
for
think we're gonna be
40,
around?
So-
50 years.
We're
Yeah, but
finished.
but that is,
But
well,
look how big of
I
a
hate to
wave
s-
they made.
I know, but I
Yeah,
hate to say it
They're
though, but
just
that's
starting in
that's-
this fucking sphere.
look,
And
And
they
they're
can
already
continue
taking over.
starting. And they're going to continue to do well. They're going to continue to do even better. But the point is America isn't going to, American studios, not America, but the West studios is
They're
not
too
going to
goddamn
fucking
lazy as it is.
disappear.
They
No,
nah,
Dude,
nah,
they're
nah.
when
done.
there's
You know-
billions on the line, ain't nobody staying the way they fucking are for much longer. It's just not. And we're seeing the changes already. Look how many fucking, look at WB CEO, fired, gone, adios. All it took was 2 fucking games. 2
Yeah.
games. and he's
Sure.
gone. Ubisoft, look, well, Ubisoft is different. They're a fucking
Oh man,
Canadian company, anyways.
Ubisoft, they're
But
pretty much
Well, they're gonna be closed soon,
Ubi
anyways.
trash, Ubi slop. They're pretty much Ubi done. It's that
yes,
simple. Shit,
damn, what
man.
was the topic that we're talking about? Henry, help me out here. You
The
have the
next
best
one.
Y'all had I think we were still on we were kind
NetEase.
of tapering off of NetEase into, which kind of makes sense because NetEase
Oh,
is Chinese, so y'all kind of leaked off
yeah,
into Chinese development.
yes.
Uh,
And you know what game I downloaded today? Little Nightmares, or not Little Nightmares. Damn it. This is what sucks about having terrible memory. In
Hey, you're allowed to look it up, eh?
In Nightmare.
Ah.
In Nightmare. You guys know the game that I'm talking about?
nah, I don't know. I don't
The
know that
first one you mentioned, yes, but this one, no.
No. This one is called In Nightmare. It was kind of successful, but not really. Smaller game. This game came out in 2019, I believe it was. It was on PS4. Then they did it for PS5 as well, so it got a PS5 upgrade. The reason I'm bringing that game up is, guess where that game came from?
Where.
China Hero Project game.
Oh shit!
From
I
the
didn't know
late
that. I gotta pick that up.
2019s. The point is that China has been involved for a lot longer than people think they have. It's just now they're fucking blowing up because they're taking advantage of the fault that the West studios have been going through, and that's fine, right?
And
they're
the live
gonna
service chase pretty
and
much.
and they're gonna continue to do so, and they already see the formula, and they're gonna fucking make that. They're gonna perfect that formula, and they're gonna fucking come in hard, and they're gonna kill it.
Capitalize off of that sucker, though.
Absolutely. But
Yep.
you think there isn't some fucking little nerdy 23-year-old who likes fucking bitches and drinking beer, who's like, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm gonna make a fucking game because I want to make as much money as Marvel does, or as In Nightmare does, or Stellar Blade does. Absolutely. It's in our DNA and blood to be competitive. The workforce is fucking competitive. Look how many hours America worked compared to the rest of the fucking world.
Not to mention a lot of these young developers. How many hours of those 40 hours are they actually working as it is?
That's another thing.
Let's be honest.
Well, that's because they get
these Chinese dudes. They 60 hours. These guys is hungry.
Yeah,
we ain't hungry.
Here in America, we get fucking your feelings are hurt. You can take a fucking 3-day vacation, and
that's what I'm saying.
Make sure you get your Starbucks in the break room
These
before
guys
you come to work.
Broken arms. They're gonna continue working on that game with their fucking teeth and a pencil.
Yes, they will. But the point is, the West isn't quite out yet. We are still some of the most highly anticipated games of the next couple of years are from the West, and you guys are counting them out completely. I'm not. I think they're going to rebound back. We've been doing this for way too fucking long. We've been doing it the best for way too fucking long. And now China has the access and the money to be able to succeed.
They're going to have to move fucking studios to South Dakota or something like that to get the prices cut in third because people paying people in California and shit.
And they will.
Ain't nobody going to go out there, though.
And they will. Dude, I just talked about this game right here. Made in Wisconsin. Been in Steam early access for over a year, did really well over in Steam. So shit's happening. It's just the video game industry is a slow burn. It's just the way that it is. But this is great. This is an awesome conversation because competition, which is what Xbox failed to do, and now look where we're at. I had to throw Xbox in there. Moving on. Henry, what was the other topic in regards to NetEase and all this shit that you wanted to talk about?
Well, if I could put a bow on this NetEase situation, the game, the demo we just played, the Rusty Rabbit, that's also a NetEase game, and also Destiny Rising.
Let's go NetEase.
Destiny Rising, the mobile Destiny game, that's NetEase also. So they got other projects going on and they're working. And the fact that they're
gonna get people in China.
Yeah, the fact that they didn't put those guys on those other two I won't say other two because they wouldn't necessarily need to go to the Rusty Rabbit, but with the Destiny Rising, it's also a live service mobile. It's mobile, but it's a live service, and they didn't put them over there. That goes to show that they're not interested in using that.
They're divesting in places outside of where they are.
Yeah, they're just not interested. But since you brought up, Xbox at the tail end, we might as well pivot on into Avowed and how, if
Perfect.
everybody got input on it,
Yes.
and how the criticisms between Avowed and other Western RPGs,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's not that people are calling Avowed like dog shit or nothing. They're just saying it's okay, which is fine. Most games are okay. Most games are 7 out of 10s. You know what I mean? But what I find weird about it is how certain gaming journalists and media outlets and
10 out of
podcasts,
10, 9 out of 10.
yeah,
Fucking
and they
what?
kind of like they're picking up these specific styles of games and caping for them. Like we seen how they did with Veilguard, and they doing
Have
the
they been
same
given
thing.
about 10 out of 10s? I haven't been paying attention.
I don't.
There's been a lot of really high scores.
Yeah, I
I haven't played
mean,
it, but there.
when you look
Mostly
inside, when you
Xbox
look in,
sided, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
when you look inside, like, because you go to Steam and you look inside Steam and you don't just look at the number or the thumbs up or the thumbs down. You look at what people saying, and what people are saying is it's just okay. It's nothing spectacular, and I was well, I'm not gonna bring up the specific outlet, but it's like people don't want to put it side by side with other games inside of the genre, and I think that's weird, you know, because we've had your Baldur's Gate, we've had recently Kingdom Come Deliverance,
Kingdom
which
Come too.
yes, so naturally people are gonna compare it inside of other games inside of the genre because it's inside the genre with them. You know what I mean? So of course people are gonna do that,
Maddie Plays
and
compared the two.
Hmm.
like obviously people are gonna do that, bro. You gonna compare Call of Duty with Battlefield. You gonna compare Halo with Destiny. You gonna compare um the I forget the college football game with Madden. You gonna compare because it's inside the same genre. You gonna compare the Crew 2 with Forza, because they're adjacent. They're right there together. And the fact that people don't want to compare it is fucking weird to me, bro. It's fucking weird to me. And then they want to say, oh, well, the developer didn't say it was gonna do this. They said, like, bro, fuck all that, because they had more than enough time. They had more than enough resources to make an immersive, because the bitch ain't immersive, bro. You up here swinging swords at cups and shit. The cups ain't falling over. You got NPCs walking out throughout the city. They not even walking throughout the city. They're just sitting there. Day and night cycle still sitting in the same spot when 10, 11 years ago, the NPCs they went about their
Yeah,
daily life inside.
none of your decisions mean nothing. Either you
Yeah,
can go
bro,
up to
like,
somebody, call her a
it's
piece of trash, a whore, piece of shit. They're like, okay, I'll come with you. Like what?
yeah, the shit fucking stupid, bro. And it's like, it's
It's meaningless.
2025.
Why even have dialogue?
Yeah, why have it? It's 2025,
They
and
got
you
a
have
lot of
other
dialogue.
games. You have other games that have stepped it up a level of. Sure, they didn't explicitly say it's gonna be this immersive, but they still took steps to make certain things more detailed and interactive and all this kind of stuff. And even you look at the combat, right? People talk about the combat great. The combat looked mid. It looked like MMO RPG style combat. Like you got all your skill trees and skills and etc. But it's flat. Because like in the MMO, you just hitting, do a skill, hit, do a skill. That's how it seems to look. Whereas you get inside of a game, like you look at the combat for Kingdom Come, it don't look like that. The shit look dynamic as fuck. You know,
Okay,
it's emergent gameplay inside of what's going on, and the fact that I don't understand why the fuck can you not compare Avowed with fucking Kingdom Come Deliverance if it's in the same fucking genre.
it's the
They had
Xbox
more money.
tax,
Fuck the Xbox tax. They got more fucking money.
but it
They
is the
got all
Xbox tax.
the
Xbox
Xbox got
games
all the
get
money.
get treated differently than PlayStation. PlayStation games get graded harder. Xbox
They
games get
do.
graded
I
easier.
don't. People say there's an Xbox tax. I'm like, there's an Xbox
But that
tax
is the Xbox
refund.
tax. It's the Xbox tax refund. They get graded easier
Well,
than
yeah.
other people, and PlayStation gets
Hey,
graded harder.
a good example.
I do
Go.
expect a
Hey,
lot more
hey,
out of
hey.
PlayStation games than
Uh,
them. If it's
Of
functional
course.
on
to
Xbox, I'm
get
like,
to
oh, it's pretty good.
to give you a good example, and to back up Will, he says indeed graded harder. Ghost of Tsushima with an 82 or an 83 springs to mind from Metacritic, even though
Hmm.
the game is better than what Ubisoft's offering was for the last 5 to 10 years. But the game is sitting at an 83.
Hero
You
said it.
have to wonder why.
Xbox subsidy. Question: Who here has played Avowed? Avowed.
Nah.
I ain't played.
I would put it. I would.
Even if I had a
When it
PC, I
comes to
wouldn't even touch it. No
when it
fucking
comes
way.
to PlayStation, I am gonna pick it up
So
though.
you're gonna pick it up when it comes to RPG. Have
Yeah,
you
I'm
played
picking it
Avowed?
up.
Why the fuck would I play that shit?
Nope.
So
It ain't happening, man.
let me
Not on
wrap
my
up
end.
a little bit of what Henry was saying. So I paid 14. Well, it was really 24.99, but I had $10 from my points, which we're gonna get into from my
Mm-hmm.
points from
Ooh,
Xbox reward program. I don't know what it's called, but I uh I wasn't gonna do it originally, but then I was like, you know what? I got 12,000 points, so I'll just use 10,000 and get the $10. So I ended up paying $14 cash to play the game 5 days early. I put in about 2 hours when it came out. I actually streamed it on Twitch.
Mm.
That was 5 days before release. I haven't touched the game since. I picked it up
until
again
today.
today. I played another hour and a half because Henry was like, "Hey, we should talk about Avowed." I was like, "You're right. I should let me play a little bit more of it." The game. Now, this is a perfect example of a game that should have came out with the original date. I think that with the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 being out, not only destroys Avowed because it's just a way better game, right? It's when you think about RPG, Kingdom
Yeah,
Come
you
should
should have put
be
this out in a dry where there was nothing
nothing out there.
like it around it.
Nothing
What
out there.
about your back? What about your
You got
backlog
Monster
breathing
Hunter
room?
Worlds coming up, and then Kingdom Come Deliverance just is coming out next, or came out a couple weeks ago, and you're sandwiched in between those two.
Nelson,
Fuck out of here! Ain't nobody.
But they were
Nelson.
worried about your breathing
What?
room.
Yes, that's what I was going to ask Nelson. What was the reason that they delayed the
Greeting
game?
room. Well, they got their fucking airways cut off.
They
That's what
said that
happened.
you guys have too much shit to play. That was their fucking reasoning of why they were going to delay this game. Not because it needed to be worked on, not because it was buggy, but because you had too much shit to play. When at the
See,
time, all you really had was Stalker and Indiana Jones. That's all you really fucking had. But they should have fucking delayed Indiana Jones, put that bitch out in February, and had Avowed come out when back then. It really hurt them because Avowed is a average game at
I
best.
don't know if I'd say that because there's a lot of issues with Avowed too. So
Yeah,
it
but
should
these
have
are
actually
these
came out even
are
later.
yeah. But if you were gonna switch between the two, do it earlier. But Avowed is an average game at best, y'all. Average game at best. Everything so Henry said that he saw, he's 100% on the money. The combat is super fucking average. It has no weight behind it. It's very I don't even know the right words. The third party to or third party the third person to
third
first
person.
person switching is very fucking generic. But in Avowed's defense, every game that has the switch between third person and first person feels the same. It's fucking it's janky as hell. It doesn't feel good. Like this game obviously is a first person game. Why even give the fucking option? It's completely fucking trash. The animations are fucked up. It's just weird. Also, the one thing I dislike about RPGs, some do a much better job than others. Avowed doesn't do this, but it's the convoluted fucking UI screen. You have all these fucking menus, all these options with fucking build this, mix that, upgrade this. Avowed has that to like a level 10 max where I don't even fucking want to go in there. And in reality, you really don't have to fucking go in there because the game doesn't utilize the combat how they try to make you utilize the fucking combat. Also, speaking into the history of this studio, Obsidian, the worst part about it all is we've seen their old games and they're better than their new shit. And you know
And a
you're
lot
in
of their games were
trouble.
made in 18 months. Obsidian's
Well,
they're
last thing, Nelson.
notorious.
And the last thing
They're
that,
notorious for getting jobs, and it's like you got 18 months to complete this, even though it took us whatever 3 years to make the game originally.
Mm-hmm.
and you know you're
They've
fucked
always
when
been
the
fucked into those situations.
developer tells you this game's gonna be janky. Go ahead, Nelson.
I said what I was gonna say.
Ouch.
Well, all I had to do
I
was say
just
one
said
more sentence,
like
and you went for
KOTOR
fucking
2.
45
Okay.
paragraphs.
I forget shit if I don't say it.
So you're
It's a problem
handicapped,
I have.
special needs.
Yes. Yes.
Uh, RPG. What about you with Avowed? Are you gonna play it when it comes to PlayStation? What do you think about? You watched my stream. on Twitch. What do you think about what you've seen? What do you think about the news around it? What do you think about the developer saying that the game, what is it? There's going to be some jank or whatever. That's what makes it fun. I think it's what he said or some bullshit like that. What do you think about all that?
Do I think it's a shit game? No, I don't think it's a shit game. Is it the game that they dropped the quote unquote announcement trailer for, where you got that sword falling through the
Fuck
cave?
no. Fuck no, it ain't.
No.
No, that's another thing Xbox is notorious for. Whatever they show you in their game shows, whatever when a game comes out, it ain't gonna fucking look nothing like that.
That's the
Like, they're
fucking
consistent with
Avowed
that.
I wanted to play. That's the dark, gritty fucking
Straight up, bro.
Skyrim.
That's what made me.
Dungeon crawling, fucking amazing shitstorm of a game that I wanted to play.
Bro,
And then
that's what made my nuts get tight for an Xbox right there.
Yeah, and then they showed us the
but I've known the
gameplay
trailers
trailer.
always
The gameplay
aren't
trailer.
what they advertise.
This fucking rainbow bullshit dog fucking ass smear of a game come out, and it just was an immediate fucking just turn off for the entire game. This is showing me a Doom trailer, and then you're showing me a Doom trailer, and then you're showing me fucking High on Life gameplay. Was basically how I viewed the game. When it comes out on PlayStation, I don't give two shits.
I'm gonna give one shit. I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up too on sale, on a deep sale. When it hits $20, that's when I'll get it on PlayStation, because I'm not gonna play it anymore on Xbox.
I will get this game, and I will play this game if I get through like the PlayStation Game Pass, or the PlayStation Friend Pass thing, the game share.
PS Plus.
Yeah, I'm not really even gonna probably mess with that, because I've watched about 2 hours of gameplay through other people's streams. I don't care. I would rather boot back up Skyrim and go play that. I'd rather go out.
Hey, you know what Avowed really made me want? An Oblivion remake. That's what I want.
Yeah,
they should have done that instead.
I want a Skyrim,
they should have done a remake instead.
Oblivion remake, a fucking New Vegas remake, a Fallout 3 remake,
bitch.
Something. But the shit that they showed in the announcement trailer, that's what I want.
This game
they put out, no.
I think this game is perfect for those days when you have nothing to play, you can't figure it out what to play, and you're in the mood of playing like a kind of RPG where you don't want to get committed. This is like a weekend fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like you have a girl, you don't really want to date her, but you want to bust a nut. Like, she's okay looking, not hot but not ugly, like passable. Like, you can go on a date with her and people won't look at you weird because she's butt ugly, but they ain't checking her out like, damn, he's lucky. It's just a Tuesday night dinner. You know what I mean? Not memorable.
Yeah, she cool. She cool.
Like, it's gonna do the job. It's gonna feed the kids. It's gonna feed you. You might even get a little bit of leftovers for work tomorrow. Like, but after Wednesday, you won't remember what you had for dinner, right? This is that game here.
Like a Salisbury steak and mashed potatoes.
It's a working game. The game works. To
sum it up with Nelson, it is a great fucking get for Game Pass people.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not a fucking $70 game. It's not something to go, write a whole 2-hour long fucking video about. It's a great Game Pass game. That's it.
What about you, Tornado? What do you think about Avowed? Have you played it? Anything like that?
Nah, it's.
He really likes Matt Hansen.
I don't know what that is.
It's not gonna happen. And
he's the guy that hates you from that.
I don't want to. I'm not gonna hijack the show. Not my plans. But I'll tell you this: the brand, and that's how bad it is that I don't even want to mention their name. The brand has fucking disappointed me already since 2017, 2018. Mm-hmm. I'm done with them. To be honest with you, they should be thankful, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. That they should be thankful that I'm willing to buy the Doom, the Dark Ages, because I have a deep respect for its software. I'll get Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, whatever it's called, from Play Asia, because I'm a big fan of that. That's because respect for Tecmo. And I'll get Forza Horizon 5 because I'm a racing fan favorite, That's always something that I like. because of my Sega heritage, you could say. Because I'm a Sega fan at heart still to this day.
Sega hasn't been
Other than
around for
that,
30 years.
I know, but
Well,
as software,
they are though. They're around
but
like
here's the thing:
Xboxes.
my
They make
console
software.
thingy from their side is gone, my guy, since 2001. So after that, I've been a platform nomad, right?
But remember, Xbox is not a platform anymore. Xbox is a third party publisher, so
I know, they're a
you
third
can't
party
see it
publisher.
as a
I know,
PlayStation
I know,
competitor. They're just a
I know,
publisher.
I know, I know, I know. But the problem is they started off strong though in the beginning when they had the right people, and I'm making the two finger quotation mark behind the mic. You can't see me, but um, it just shows that all of those people that had a passion and a heart that were building the Xbox brand, they're all gone. It just shows. And
Right, I
Phil,
remember those days, bro. I
yeah,
Well,
remember
Ed
and
those
Freeze
days.
walked out fast because
exactly,
he was tired of fighting the
yeah,
heads. They
and
wanted to put
like I said,
Halo 2 out way ahead of schedule, and it was
yeah,
going to be a piece of shit.
I don't want to
He
hijack
fought
the
them, almost
show.
lost his job. Once that launched, he
Yeah,
quit.
yeah, and
Yep,
like I
He
all
was
said,
that
done fighting
I don't,
Microsoft.
I don't want
all
to
that
hijack
shit
the
died
show.
in 2012.
Yeah, and like I said, I've seen it. There's a reason why I skipped out on the Xbox One generation and I went for PS4 instead, because I already kind of saw it like, hey, this is not going anywhere, man.
Nope.
Xbox One wasn't appealing to me. I gave them a shot when I figured like, okay, maybe with X1X they might turn a new leaf, and that turned out to be well, from my end, it'd be a terrible decision to drop 500 large ones on a box that didn't deliver anything. That was the last piece of hardware that I bought from those suckers, man. I don't even want to mention the brand, and I don't even want to see the color, man. That's how bad it is. I don't, like I said, I'm not even joking. Even when I play GT7, I look meticulously that I don't see that color, man. Blue, white, yellow, black, no problem.
He
But
gets
that
mad at
color,
me if I pick a
I
green
can't
car,
see it.
man. He
I
doesn't
can't.
like it.
I don't want to see it.
Damn,
That's how
Tornado,
bad
you
it
have
is.
you got PTSD, bro.
I'm sorry.
You
I'm
need to go
sorry.
see the same mental health doctor I go see every month at the Veterans Hospital, bro.
Maybe,
Hey,
but
I'll give you a
that's my
referral,
stance,
bro.
man. That's my stance. I'm sorry. I can't stand these guys, and I can't stand Phil Spencer with the flip flopping and the bullshit that he says. It man. Now this sucker comes out. He's like, no, I'm not gonna persuade people to get him off their PlayStation or Nintendo. They'll stay around there. You know, I'll bring the stuff over to them.
All right, well
And
let's do
and
this.
Finally, you're being successful in something because you're
Well,
right. Ain't nobody fucking
The old
going
king
over
of
let's
doublespeak.
not give Tornado an aneurysm here. Let's move on real quick and
yeah, exactly.
let's get back to the
Let's
gaming
move on,
because
man.
me and Henry have been playing Tales of Iron, right? And we all
Fired.
yeah, fire game, and we all have had or we all have played games where we really like, but sometimes there's things in them that are a pain in the ass. And
I'm
for
about to
me and
press start
Henry
right
in
now.
this situation is the difficulty, and not difficulty in
Hmm.
the sense that the game is too hard or you know that we can't beat it. More in the sense of they didn't do difficulty correctly or how we would like it. Now, I'm going to give my opinion on something real quick, and then I'm going to pass it on to Henry, and it's RPG. But I
Mm-hmm.
was talking to Warwana about this, and I said, you know what? A great way, and this came up while playing Akimba, a great way that I think AI can be implemented in gaming is difficulty, meaning AI can theoretically see how you're performing in the game, and the better you perform, the more it boosts the difficulty up. It doesn't take it from a level 2 difficulty to a level 10, but it goes from a level 2 to a 2.5 to a 3. And if you get to a part where you're stuck and you cannot beat that boss or that level because it's too hard, then it scales it back and it does this roller coaster of difficulty. And to me, that would be ideal because sometimes playing a game on normal is too easy, playing a game on hard is too hard. So I wish there was something in the middle because I don't want a game that's not challenging, right? That would be boring. But I also don't want a Souls like game where it's just kicking my ass over and over and over again and I can't do shit with it. So Henry, let me go to you with Tales of Iron, the difficulty in that, your opinions on that, and then we'll go to RPG. So what is it about the difficulty in Tales of Iron, which I already know because it pisses me off too. But go ahead and tell the people.
All right. First, I'm gonna open up with this is why I feel like you will enjoy Ender Magnolia because you can kind of it's got sliders. where it's got personalized difficulty, so you can set how quickly you want the enemy to attack. You can set their health. You can set the damage. You can set your health. You can set your damage and stuff like that. So you can tune it in such a way to make it comfortable to you. So
Hmm.
even if you put it on hard, you can still make it harder because you can go inside of there and you can turn your damage all the way down and turn their damage all the way up, or however you want to do it. But when it comes to Tales of Iron, my main thing when it comes with difficulty is, especially in Souls games too, because we can touch on Souls games also. The idea of difficulty is just they hit harder than you and they got more health than you, and then when you kill them, they come back to life with full health and with a different combo set. That's not really difficult to me. That's just annoying. You know what I mean? It's nothing like I prefer a difficulty where, it's patterns, you learning patterns and whatnot, and you can adjust the patterns, and then it's not just, oh, like how you say, I'm gonna drop a skyscraper on your head and you dead in one shot. That's cheap
Hey
bullshit.
Henry, real quick, sorry to interrupt you. Did you play Berserker, the demo?
Kazan, yeah, I played it.
What did you think of the difficulty in that one?
I just like just like other Souls games, cause I've already said this, so I might as well say it on the stream. When I play a game like that, I go in expecting to get my ass whooped,
Hmm.
but it's like they can beat me 1,000 times. I only got to beat them once, and I know eventually through muscle memory, I'm gonna memorize the patterns, I'm gonna memorize the attacks, and I'm eventually gonna win just because it's the way the game is programmed. You gonna learn it because that's why. Side tangent. That's why a lot of people had a lot of issue with Liza P because the bosses didn't attack in the set pattern every time. It would kind of randomize sometimes, so it wouldn't be like heavy, 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 light. It'll be heavy, heavy, pause, and then heavy again, then light, and people had to organically adjust on the fly. So that's kind of like why a lot of you know um, what it died in the World Souls fans didn't like it because they couldn't just remember the set pattern, So, but in Kazan, it's a set pattern. You could memorize it because I even uploaded my boss fight, and I probably only got hit like once because I was able to just memorize the pattern. You memorize the pattern and the timing, and you can perfect block and do everything you got to do. So, the difficulty inside Kazan, the generic from software difficulty that if you're willing to lose long enough, you will eventually win. You know what I mean? That's kind of the attitude because I suck at these games. You know what I'm saying? But I had to adopt a specific attitude in order to be successful inside of that style of game development, which is kind of cheap because even that ain't difficulty to me. That's why I like PvP, and I'm going to tip off into a brief tangent again because in PvP, when you're going against another human, they can adjust organically on the fly. You know what I mean? So let's say you're going up against a ace in COD and he cooking you, and you find a way to outmaneuver him and win the gun dance and you kill him. He come when he after he respawn, he gonna remember that, and so he might not attack you directly the same way. He might flank from the other side, or he may drop shot. And if you catch him on the drop shot this time, he may jump shot, or he may be picking around the corner in the prone. And as soon as you pop around the corner, he gonna hit. You know what I mean? It's different stuff going on. It's more exciting than just remembering a pattern. But to bring it back to Tales of Iron and its difficulty, it's just that it's just I hit harder than you, and I got more health, and you don't do as much damage as I do. And not only that, your dodge iframes suck because they suck. And in order to parry me, you gotta look for the colored icon. It gotta be a specific color icon, and you gotta hit two buttons at the same time. So it's just it's. I feel like real difficulty is more than just making you fucking annoyed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of developers just rely on annoying you to the point to where you get flustered, and then you fucking yourself because you flustered and you mad and you frustrated and you can't really focus how you want to focus. And I mean, it don't really happen. I mean, I get annoyed while I'm actually playing and y'all can hear me like you fat bitch and all this stupid shit I be saying, but eventually I'm gonna win. So it make it for not since you just piss me off for no reason. Well, I mean, it's not for no reason. 'Cause I guess it work on some people, I guess, but eventually, since I know at the end of the day I'm gonna win, it make it more of an annoyance and a waste of time.
That's why I don't play those games, Henry. I just don't want to be annoyed while playing for that long. I don't mind being annoyed for a little bit, but for that long, it's just too much, and I'd rather just play something else. RPG, what about you? What's up with difficulty games or difficult games? And do you play them? Do you like them? And what do you wish would change? Like I gave you my idea in the beginning. I wish that that's a good way to use AI, in my opinion, where the game can adjust difficulty. Every game will be different, right? Because my difficulty is different than Nelson's, different than Henry, different than Tornadoes, and different than you.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about that?
When we're talking about let's just put the souls aspect, since that seems to be basically the typically
That's
hardest.
the goal. That's the gold
Yeah, yeah,
standard that a
yeah.
lot of people
This
that
is,
make
yeah, it's the
difficulty
gold
games.
standard.
Which one?
So
Souls game, you said?
yeah, Souls games like
Those
Dark
games.
Souls, Demon
Yeah.
Souls, Elden Ring, the game I think Inner Magnolia that you were talking about. Uh, those style of
Excuse me.
difficult games. When you're talking about like whether or not they should have a difficulty slider in them, that's really hit or miss. That's thrown up in the air depending on who you ask. I like the Souls games. I like the idea of them. As far as ooh, let me let me open up my PlayStation. It was going in rest mode. But when it comes to the difficulty modes, would I like to see something like Dark Souls or Elden Ring have an easy mode? Yeah, because I enjoy the atmosphere. I enjoy the combat, and would I want to be able to or beat the game? Yes. But at the same time, do I respect the art that the developers made? Do I respect what it's going to take to beat the game? Yeah. So if that is what they are going to require of the player to actually beat the game, they want the best of the best player to beat the game. And they want you to learn, yeah, you're gonna fail 1,000 times for that one chance that you're gonna be able to proceed. I can respect that. But when it comes down to if you're going to put a difficulty slider in your Souls based game, you lock those fucking trophies unless you are on the normal required setting, the difficulty setting to beat that game. If you're on easy mode or streamer mode or how I refer to it as IGN mode, those trophies are locked. You don't get those trophies. If you beat so and so who is it in Elden Ring,
Just say Radon.
yeah, Radon. So if you beat Radon in easy mode, you're not going to get a trophy. You're not going to show that you beat Rodon unless you beat Rodon in the medium mode, the normal mode. So when people ask you to the trophy check your ass or whatever, you can't show your trophy. So, but at the same time, I can also respect the hardcore Souls people. Like, no, if you can't beat it on fucking normal, like how the game is intended from the developers to beat the game, you shit out of luck. You're not going to beat the game. Play it how we want to play it, how we want you to play it, and if you can't beat it, thank you for your $70. Fuck off. Goodbye.
I never
Well,
understood why these Souls players are so like, it's gotta be this way. Like, you can't, if you want Souls experience, you can put it on Souls experience. Like, why do you care how somebody else would play it? I never understood
yeah.
that. If it's a
It,
trophy thing, fine. Lock the bitches behind the Souls mold, but Why do you care? You know what I mean? It's
a
like some people are
very
like, oh, if it's
tricky,
not Souls,
slippery
like I
slope.
don't want to play it. It's like you could turn any game to fucking domination or masochist level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If I'm gonna play like The Last of Us, I'm not gonna play that bitch on like permadeath mode. Hell no. Why would the fuck would I play 6 hours of the game, die once, and well fuck, I gotta go back again and restart the whole fucking thing? No, I'm not doing that. I'm playing No Man's Sky right now on relaxed mode just to enjoy my time. But it gives me that chance. I can go in there and I can play in relaxed mode and have a good time. I'm not stressing out, fucking inventory managing, watching my O2, watching my CO2, watching my tox levels. I'm not doing all this other uh, shit, in the mechanics wise. I can do that, but I'm not choosing to do that. But am I getting trophies for doing that shit in relaxed mode? No, I'm not.
I think there is two sides to this conversation. The first side is what RPG just talked about, right? Should difficult games like Souls games have different difficulty options, like an easy, normal, hard, or even a slider? We can adjust it based on a point value system. Then the other side of the conversation is what Henry talked about, and I talked about in the beginning, where I think those are two distinct things, right? One is how RPG said it, like, the classic, lock the, or the classic difficulty, lock the trophies or whatever. And then the other side, I think, is the most feasible, or not the most feasible, but I think it's the one that less people talk about. And that's probably the main one that I get pissed off with, because Tales of Iron 1 is a difficult game, right? If I didn't know the difference between what a Souls game is and just a regular hard game, I would put Tales of Iron into the Souls category based on difficulty alone. And FYI, I know it's incorrect, okay? So don't come at me, but I
Hey, to be
consider.
honest though, just to touch in, people did classify, like when it first people did classify it as a
Mhm,
Souls like Metroidvania. They did put it in that category.
yeah.
So
And
you're not off by doing that.
no, yeah, I know. And that's why I brought that up, because um the but the thing with Tales of Iron is that the difficulty didn't feel like it was just hard for no reason. Where like Souls games do. Now Tales of Iron will do little quirky shit that me and Henry don't like we get less health, our damage
Bruh.
is less, right?
Bruh.
But over time within the game with the upgrades and all that, we can get it up a little bit. It still won't be how we would prefer it. We would prefer that the difficulty is organic. But some games are just difficult for no fucking reason. And I think of Souls right away. And I know that people are like, no, you just gotta, learn the techniques and learn the attacks and the pacing and the timing and all that shit. I'm like, yes, I understand that, and that's okay. But what I don't
It's
like
a
is,
currency that I'm not flush with.
well, that's why we don't play those games. But those are the two sides of the difficulty options. Should we have normal, easy, hard in the Souls games? I don't know. But should we
They
have a fluid difficulty where
if they lock the trophies behind Souls mode, I wouldn't care in the
I
first
wouldn't
place
care
because I don't give a
either?
shit about
I
trophies.
wouldn't care either.
Exactly.
But
Like
what I want from a
did
Souls
you
game
beat the
is the
game?
game to
Yeah,
not be hard for no fucking reason.
I'd beat the
I might
story,
want to
same as
experience a
you.
game, but I'll quit because I'm wasting so much time in the same fucking area and I don't want to do it no more.
And
If you
also,
don't want to give me trophy, I don't give a fuck.
I avoid Souls games anyway for story to begin with. I mean, yeah, there's story there, but you got to go find it and look for it and dig for it yourself. Like, I don't want that. Tell me the fucking story. I don't want to fucking look through every scrap of paper, every writing on the wall just to figure out what the fuck is going on. Fucking 90% of Souls players don't even know what the fuck is going on in the game. They just like it because they're masochists. Let's be fucking real. Tornado, what about you and
Yes,
difficulty? How do you feel about difficulty in games, Souls games, stuff
difficulty.
like that?
Yeah, it has to be doable though. I mean, at one point, if you have to spend too much time on one singular area, like let's say, for instance, in Wukong, for instance, if you have like a certain kind of boss and you're stuck there for weeks, man, it's not fun anymore. Then at that point, the frustration kind of kicks in. Then at that point,
Mm-hmm.
then I'd rather find something that is doable. Sure, difficulty is not a problem, but it shouldn't be too hard on the point that I'm like, hey, this is undoable. I can't do it.
Yeah.
It comes to a point that you have to then memorize it and whatnot, and that kind of sucks away time. I hate that.
Yeah. Me too.
Nah.
Well,
Let me
I
ask you.
mean to touch on tornadoes aspect with the uh that fucking Black Myth Wukong game.
That
Oh
That
man.
That game tricked
that
me.
game
Fuck them.
that game I don't have an issue with
I do.
so
Fuck
much
them.
as the
Oh
hard
shit.
as hard as it is, because the ability to tell what the enemy is going to do is not very hard. You can learn their attacks. You're gonna learn what they're gonna fucking do. My issue is with the fucking input delay, the input drops.
Oh man.
The optimization of that game is complete dog shit.
Well, that's China for you.
Whether you're on the base PS5, whether you're on the Pro, whether you're on
Yeah.
the fucking PC, it's complete dog shit.
Made in China, bro. That's
If
another thing
I
people don't talk about
if
is the quality of China games. Yeah, they're tight, they're cool, but the quality ain't all that.
no, if it
Yeah, they
had
are.
good fucking
Stellar Blade has the same fucking issues, just not as bad, but same fucking issues.
That's Korean.
yeah.
Yeah, that's,
Whatever, East.
Oh shit.
But if it did not have the input delay, the input drops and everything else that it did, I'd probably have that fucking game beat by now.
Let's take a quick little poll for everybody here, including the panel.
Mhm.
Who plays their games on easy mode? Every game, like that's your default difficulty level. When you start a game, you put it on easy mode automatically.
Nope.
No.
Chat,
no,
let
no.
me know.
Normal minimum.
I rock normal.
Okay,
Normal
we'll get to
minimum. I
that. We'll
wanna
get
have
to
a
that. We'll
challenge.
get to that. Let's not get ahead of
Okay,
ourselves.
okay.
So easy mode. Nobody on the
Okay.
panel. Nelson, is there something you want to say about that?
I normally start on normal, but
Okay, let's
sometimes I
go-
go down to easy. It depends
Okay.
on the game.
Okay. Now, who starts on easy? Or I mean, normal mode here.
Except
do.
for survival games. If it's a limited
No,
resource game, a lot of times they play on easy.
any game, automatically.
No.
So, okay, let's just put Nelson in the easy category.
It
Who-
has to
who-
be
That was one
normal.
type of game.
Who plays their games on
I
normal?
don't like not having no bullets or fucking
Okay,
nothing to fight back
See,
with.
I
don't
play
like
on
that
normal every game. RPG, what about you?
Yeah,
Normal? Hero, what
Normal.
do you do?
Yep.
Easy or normal, Hero? Normal. Tornado, normal or easy?
Normal, yeah,
Normal?
yeah, normal.
Okay,
No,
so-
you wanna have some sort of type of experience. I mean, easy is
Yeah.
like, man, it's kind of like, hey, it's what's the wording I'm looking here for? Like a theme park walk around, right?
Yeah.
Nothing happening. You're just la-di-da, just dawdling around and nothing happening. No. There needs to be something happening, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to work. I'm not going to fucking walk around the park.
So anybody
No.
here
You wanna
does
see
hard.
something.
Anybody here do hard mode? Like their default difficulty. When you put a game for the first time, you automatically switch it to hard mode. Every
No.
game.
Nah.
No, hard mode is
I
new
only
game
did
plus
that
purely.
on one game. I did that with Kenneth Bridges Spears. That was the only game I did that with.
The only
Okay.
game I put on hard was Spider-Man.
Now let me ask another question. Since we're all normal mode, I think Hero's normal. Yep, Hero's normal too. How many? Give me a percentage or a 1 out of 100 games or something like that. How many times do you put a game on normal, and after playing it, you decide that the game is too hard, or you want, like Nelson, he wants more bullets or whatever, and you put it to easy mode? How often do you do that? RPG, let's start with you.
Out of 100?
RPG, we'll start with you.
Out of 100 games?
No. Like, give me your number. Like, for me, it's probably about 1 out of every 500 games that I'll go to easy mode. Like,
I
it's
would
very,
say
very
out-
rare. What's it
Out
for
of
you?
Out of 100 games, I would say probably once, and that was Stellar Blade when you got to the Great Desert.
Okay. What about you, Nelson? How often are you putting it from normal to easy mode?
Quarter.
Or the
A
Great
quarter of the time?
Wasteland or
Yeah.
whatever it was
Okay,
called.
so Nelson's about 25% of the time. Hero, you're saying I dropped down to easy 7 out of 10 times. Okay, so that's high up there. So he's about 75% of the time. What about you, Henry? How often are you going from normal to easy?
I'll say 2 out of 10, but it's usually it's not because of difficulty. It's just because I'll hit a point in the game where I'm just trying to go ahead and get through it and be done with it.
Yeah, okay.
It's not that it's like hella hard.
Yeah, a lot of times it ends up just because it's like grind. It's like, man,
Yeah.
this is getting to be long in the tooth
Well,
already. I just want to.
Let's keep it at difficulty for now. So now that we're just keeping it at difficulty, what percentage will you give yourself now, Henry?
1 out of 10.
Well, okay, and Nelson, you'll keep it at 25% still.
Yeah.
Okay, a Tornado. What about you? How often are you switching it from normal to easy?
Man.
Just based off difficulty alone, like a game you play it, you know, you get to whatever hour 10, and you're like,
But
damn, this mission is hard. Let me put it down easy.
Yeah, I'm tempted to do that, but on the other hand, I'm like, if you do it, you miss out on certain parts of the game that you want to get, right? Like a certain kind of item or whatnot, or a trophy. So I tend not to do that. But if it happens, I'd say 1 or 2 times out of 10.
Okay,
I'd rather not, though. Like I said, to open up the stuff in the game completely.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't, when I do it, and like I said, I do it very, very rarely. Like I did it for Doom Eternal. That was the last game I can remember doing it, and the previous game before that, I don't even remember. And mind you guys, I
I
play
like when a
hundreds.
game has 5 difficulties.
That's another option too. So you can go extra easy, extra easy, where the
No,
where,
I go to pussy instead of baby.
He goes in IGN mode.
Hey
but
man, that's the funny, bro. It's like when you're in the classroom and the teacher asks a math question, and then one of the kids in the back say,
yeah,
"I like donuts."
Nelson's just yelling random shit out.
Man.
So the reason I bring that up is because every single person in this chat, including Hero, we've been gaming 30 plus years, right?
And that
And
still ain't good. Imagine that.
and our default difficulty is normal, and we're the hardcore gamer, right? We're the hardcore. Now I'm not saying like Henry's a good example of that, where Henry will play a difficult game and he'll just deal with it, no matter if it's frustrating or not. If the game is good and it's keeping his interest, he will play, right? I'm not like that. Nelson's not
Yeah,
like
I do
that.
it.
I don't think RPG's like that. Tornado's not like that. So 1 in 5, right? Because there's 5 of us here, so 1 in 5. Let's use that ratio. So 1 in 5 of hardcore gamer like us, is willing to continue to play the game as long as it's good if it's stupid hard. The numbers show for themselves, right? But for some reason, Souls games, they sell a boatload. The difficulty doesn't fucking matter to people. They bitch and complain if it's too hard, but it doesn't fucking matter. They still buy it, they still play it. So we're at an
I ain't
impasse
playing
here.
games to impress nobody. My time is sacred.
No, we're not either. And you know, I will say this: when I bring the
I
game
don't care
down
about
to,
trophies. I in it to show people how goddamn high my game scores. I don't give a fuck. When the game's over, the game's over.
I will say
Yeah,
this: when
that's how I rock.
I do go from normal to easy, the few times that I do it, I have like a vendetta against myself. Like, oh, you're fucking trash, you're weak.
I'm
Like I
still what
do
it is.
say
I'm not
that.
gonna platinum this. I'm 106 hours in the fucking bandages. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so I do have that inner dialogue. Last topic of the evening, gentlemen. Unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about.
Man, it's been a
No
lit
particular.
conversation. I've been fucking with it. I'm
So
getting my
last
ass whooped on this bitch ass boss right now, but it's cool.
Hero's like, I bought 3 Souls games, never again. Me too, Hero. I purchased about 3 of them
Yeah,
as well.
I bought 2 of them too. I ain't fucking
And
never again.
I'm like Nelson, I'm done. Last topic, and I want this topic to be fun. And that's why I wanted to
Fuck
talk
that
about
bitch.
it. It's a fun topic, man. We get to talk more gaming. Let's go down a list of PlayStation first party games
Ooh shit.
and let's rank them. Once and for all, let's put up which is our favorite IPs, why do we like them, why are they better than my favorite PlayStation IP, and then we're going to argue about that for at least another 15 minutes or so, and let's get it out.
Are we going
So,
by generation or fucking forever? Because if it's forever, we can make a
no,
whole episode
we're
out of
not
that.
going forever. We're going PS4, PS5 era because that's when the
PS4,
majority of the
okay.
bangers that sold millions upon millions upon millions, getting TV shows and remakes and all this bullshit. So there's really only about 5 or 6 of them. But let me go ahead and
Wait, are we
bring
going
this
this
list.
gen? Or wait, there's only 5 or 6 of them.
A PS4, PS5 gen.
Yeah, PS4,
Fuck.
PS5
Are
gen.
we going first party only or Sony
No,
published?
First
no.
party.
First party only, not this
First
fucking
party
bullshit published by
only.
Sony. Fuck that. No, we're
And
talking
they
about first party.
and they had
We
to
gotta come up with a
drop.
list.
They had to
I got
drop
one for
in
you.
the PS4
Okay.
and the PS5. They can't drop on the PS3 and come into PS4.
If it's a PS3 that did a remake, that counts as well. But I have a
Nah,
list for you guys. Nah,
Okay,
I'm the
go
one making the
slow.
rules. I'm the one making the rules.
We don't need the fucking remaster list. Let's go.
No, it's not a remaster list. I mean,
Fuck.
if that's the case, then we can't count The Last of Us.
Yeah, I was just
We'll
about
just
to
do the
say, bro,
remake.
if we can't do
Let's
that,
take the remake.
I gotta cut Last of Us 1 off.
We can't count The
Yeah.
Last of Us because that came out during PS3, so that's gone.
Okay, good,
That's
fine.
fine.
So no, it's not fine. The last
Oh,
I want to bring up The Last of Us. That's
Ghost
that's
of Tsushima?
Ghost is in there.
Yeah, Ghost
Hold
of
Are
up.
you
Tsushima.
keeping it or not? Make a decision.
No, I just said that PS4, PS5 gen, and if it's a remake or remaster from the PS3, PS2, PS1 gen. So I'm gonna give you guys that list. Just give me a second here. Fuck. Now you guys are getting your fucking
Oh,
nipples
and,
hard over this shit. I see you guys got excited.
Do racing games also qualify from that
Yes.
era?
If it's a
That's
PlayStation,
a video game.
Oh,
if it's
then
a
I have one
PlayStation,
that I definitely played a lot though, especially when it was still online, man.
all
Drive
right.
Club.
Is
My
it a
God.
PlayStation first party game?
Yeah.
Well, they were
It was
first
a
party,
first
they ain't
party,
around
but
no more.
they closed down the studio. Evolution Studios made it. The people behind MotorStorm. Unfortunately, man,
That's
the
when
game
Sony was
they,
going bankrupt.
Yeah, it's a shame though, because the game was fantastic,
Hey,
man.
we make
Okay.
fun of Xbox, but you know
Oh,
what?
well.
If the PS4 wouldn't have been successful, there would be no more PlayStation anymore.
All right, you guys ready?
Because after
Yep.
the PS3 era,
All
they
right,
almost wrapped
ready.
that shit up.
let's cook,
Alright.
gentlemen.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read this list out to you guys, and
Hold on, is this your list or this is
no,
a
this
list?
this is a list. So this list should
Okay.
have just about everything that that has come out on PS4, PS5, or PlayStation in general. That's first party. So this list is pretty hefty. All right, so let's go with The Order. Let's talk about The Order.
Order 1886.
Now there's 20
yeah.
there's 23 games in this list, but you guys can add to this or take away. So it's a fluid thing, man. It's just talking. So The Order 1886. Where do you guys rank that in PlayStation first party games? Would you guys even put it in the top 10? Would you take it out of
I
the
wouldn't
top
put it
10?
in first party. It was helped with first party, but that was forget the name of the studio, but they made
I thought the game
God
was interesting, man. It's a shame that it never got a chance to
You
kind
know
of.
what? You know what,
that
Nelson? You
studio
shut your
got
face.
closed.
You shut your face. Because
Yeah.
Santa Monica
Man.
helped with that game. Santa Monica
They
helped with that
helped
game,
with
so
it.
it count. It count.
It does. It does count. That's why I
They
brought it
helped
up.
with it. Okay, then Bloodborne counts too.
It does count.
The Japan studio. Okay,
It does
fine.
count.
Yeah,
But you guys
it
are
counts.
getting ahead here.
Ready
Where-
at dawn.
RPG.
Okay, sorry.
RPG.
Sorry.
RPG. Where are you at with The Order 1886?
Banger.
Never played it.
Banger.
You what? You never played it, dude. Oh my goodness. What are you doing? That's mission
played
for
it.
you tomorrow. You got to play that fucking game. That game is unique. Okay, so we'll
Bruh.
skip. Henry, what about you? Order 1886.
It's on there. It's on there.
On there
So-
where? Top 10, top 20?
You know what? I will put that bitch in top goddamn 10.
Yeah,
Oh.
me too.
PS5 gen.
Me too. What about you, Tornado? What were you put it in your rankings?
I'll put it on place number 5 or 6.
Oh wow, you
Yeah,
got it
why
high
not?
up there. What about
The
you?
reason why I'm putting it. Oh, never mind.
No, go ahead, talk.
I was gonna say the reason why I put it up so there high is because I wanted to see the world flesh out a little bit more. You know, sure, it might have been a little bit of what's the wording? If I call it generic, it's kind of like a little bit degrading for the game, but it needed some more fleshing out, right? And I was kind of hoping that they would do a sequel. You know, that they would do some more with the
Hey.
game. That's what I was hoping.
If I may add a tidbit, they actually were.
But I like the
planning
style
on-
and the atmosphere and the story, though. Man, I kinda
actually-
wish they brought more.
They took into account all of those criticisms, and they were working on the sequel. Well, they had planned a sequel that they would have had out in 2 years, and
Oh, yeah.
also would have
Yep.
had co-op in it.
they had the plans
I read
already.
an article about it.
Yeah,
they
I've
had-
seen
they
that
had
too.
it-
They had
it
the
laid
plans,
out.
man. The groundwork was already laid down, but unfortunately they couldn't get the project greenlit. It's a shame though.
Yeah,
My
they had the bruh.
My number
Fucking
one
bitch.
issue with the Order 1886 is just that it was too short. It was too short. That's my number
Bitch was
one
like- that bitch was
complaint.
Like 10 hours long.
Well, you get it out faster.
Too short. Way
You
too
want
short.
games out faster. That's a
Yeah,
good way to
but
do it.
they could have
Make it
done it in
5
2
hours.
years. Henry just told you. All right, so we have the Order
Well,
1886,
I mean, they
and
explained Hellblade 2,
Nelson
and
is a fucking apologist for these studios. He thinks that they should take 100 years to come out with the game because it's they're so busy, they're so complicated. Fuck off.
I
We just
want
know.
quality shit.
Oh, so fucking the studio from It Takes Two don't put out quality shit.
They make small shit. This game was 4 years. It's
Small
gonna be
shit.
bigger than the last one.
18 hours it took me and you to fucking beat that game. That's small.
Oh, if Horizon would have been fucking 18 hours, you wouldn't have had a fit. You would have fucking goddamn lost your
The
fucking
single
mind.
player campaign is basically 18, 20 hours.
It's like 40.
No.
Of what game? Of what game?
Horizon.
Horizon Forbidden West. The
Okay,
the
we're
game
getting-
without the DLC. I put 130 into.
Yes, I have
Okay,
over
nice.
200.
That bitch.
I have over 200 and I got the platinum.
Okay.
Beat that bitch 3 times. Infamous Second Son. Where do
Hey,
you
you
guys
get
rate
my
that one?
rating.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, Nelson. What's your rating for the Order 1886? Sorry.
There's 23 games, right?
Yes, 23 games.
23.
Hey, you know what's funny? Because the list has it at 23 too. I'm going from bottom up.
trash.
See, Nelson, if it's not a easy where he can put it on baby mode, fucking
No, the fucking shooting
platformer,
in that game
he don't like
sucked
it.
ass.
No, it
I only
didn't.
made it 47 minutes into that
No, it
game.
didn't.
It was trash.
When's the last time you played that game?
So you didn't even beat it? You didn't even beat it?
47 minutes. I didn't want to play it no more. I paid $5 for it, and I wanted a fucking refund. It was shit.
Nelson's opinion is
It
null
was
and void.
garbage.
You didn't even play a full
Garbaggio.
hour. See, now y'all know why when Nelson said this is a good game, I don't listen to him. If it ain't a
Garbaggio.
platformer that fucking holds your hand on easy mode,
I can't believe that.
bro, it took Nelson 50 hours just to be fucking Astrobot. Let that sink in.
Shut up. It was like 42.
Jesus Christ, I was just joking.
Like-
I was just joking. I didn't even know.
know. Okay, bet. I was about to say.
he was stuck on the square levels.
I was going after some of the bots I missed too, though. Shut up. Fuck
So
off.
the next game, Infamous Second Son RPG. Where you at with that one?
Never played it.
What the fuck
you-
Oh,
RPG?
that's a great game, man.
What are you doing?
That's a really good game.
Brothers,
The story's kind of
brothers.
mid, but the rest of it's.
It is a game
If
that I
they
need
had
to
a
get
if they
back
had
to
a
though,
top end story, that
unfortunately.
would be at the in the top 10.
Dude.
The story was kind of lacking though, and the
Oh my
main protagonist.
goodness. Oh my
That's
dude.
actually the first game I beat on PS.
It's on PS Plus, bro. It's on PS Plus RPG. You can
Yeah, you got to play that. That's really
Are
good.
you kidding? And it's 60 frames.
Yeah, it
Does
is.
still hold up though.
Yes. Fuck
Yeah,
you
it
mean.
does. It does.
It's a PlayStation
Well,
first
Like,
party
if
game.
I'm
Those
gonna
games hold
boot it
up.
If I'm gonna boot it
Bruh.
up tomorrow, am I gonna feel like I'm playing?
It's gonna hold up. The
PS3?
story's
It's gonna hold
lacking.
up.
No.
The protagonist isn't that
Okay.
great, but everything else is fucking
Okay,
S tier.
don't listen to
That's the
Nelson.
big-
Nelson
that's the
doesn't like
big
the
thing,
Order
like-
1886.
I don't want to
Bruh.
boot up the game
Don't
and
do
feel
so.
like
Nobody
I'm
else
playing
did
the-
either. That's why the shit got like a 58. It got what it deserved.
I don't want to
Listen, it
boot up
did
the
get a
There was no
game and
tax
feel like
on
I'm
that
playing
shit.
a
It
PS1
sucked.
PS2 game.
63. My bad.
Time out.
It
Time
was a
out.
63. My bad.
Time out. RPG. The game feels like a modern game. It's not an old game. It's a PS4 game. It feels good. The graphics are good. You can play it at 60. So
Combat rocks.
it checks
Combat
off
is hitting.
every single one of your bougie ass demands of I want 400 frames and the rest. It checks most of it off. Play the fucking game. How are you even a Sony fan? I thought you like PlayStation first party games, or you just like because the console is powerful.
All of the above.
All right, so I expect a report card with Infamous. Henry, what about you? Infamous, where you put it at?
I'll put that bitch at number 3, bro.
Number 3. Oh wow, that's high.
Number 3.
Tornado, where you at?
Well, I own the game physically. Unfortunately,
So
I have
do
to,
I.
To yeah, but I have to admit, I still have to get through the game, man. I didn't even finish it.
Wow.
He only
Yep.
played. He's gonna say that for every game on this list because he only
Oh,
played Grand Theft Auto for 12 years.
I know. That's the excuse that I have. But hey, in my defense, I need to play. I need to play through that game. Then sure, I'll fire it up.
Okay,
Otherwise, I'll get slayed down here in this
You will.
podcast.
you will. I'm gonna put you on
Yeah.
timeout. Nelson, Infamous Second Son.
There's so many good Sony games. I'm gonna put it at like 13 for now.
Okay. I put it in my top 20. I don't know a specific number yet, but the Order's in my top 10, Infamous in my top 20. Oh man, I know that's hard. Maybe in my top
There's
15.
a lot of good games
There
though.
is,
You
there is.
can't like put it in like
I know,
7 and
I
then be
know.
like, oh motherfucker.
Will,
Nah,
that
Uh,
that's a video all in
I'm
itself, right
yeah,
steadfast,
there.
it
bro.
is. Ratchet and Clank RPG, Ratchet and Clank 2016. Did you play that one?
The 2016 one?
Mm-hmm.
No,
That
I
was the
didn't.
remake. It was the remake.
It was a remake. Henry, did you play it?
Yeah, I played some of it. I didn't finish it.
I didn't finish it either.
Tornado?
No.
2016. I don't think I own that one.
But in my defense, though, I'm not really a
Platformer.
platformer type of
I've never
individual.
played it. I never played it either, so I actually got it in my list to play. I played it like 5 minutes of it, but it felt already like last gen, and I'm like, I got the new one, so why? The new one is such a good game, which is in my
Oh,
top
yeah.
That's what
10.
I tried. I was playing the 2016 one because I didn't even know a remake came out. To be honest with you, I didn't even know about it until they were showing off Ratchet and Clank, and I got a couple hours in. I was like, this is really good, but I know I'm gonna be playing Ratchet and Clank in a few months. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.
So moving on, Spider-Man 2 RPG. Where
Hmm.
you at with Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man 2, I would say number 10.
Number 10. What do you like the gameplay? Do you think it was better than 18?
Uh, I think it was better in 2018?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I would say I'd put number or 2018 somewhere in the upper teens of the list, but yeah, I liked Spider-Man 2, so I think they improved a lot.
You fucking fat bitch.
The only thing that I wish that they would have put in Spider-Man 2 was the ability to do co-op because, you know, play together, fight together. I was really
That would have
hoping
been
that
tight.
that
That would have made
co-op,
me play it.
yeah, if they would have had that co-op between Miles Morales and Peter Parker being able to do in the
That
campaign,
should have been the DLC. They should have made a DLC of
yeah,
that, or a smaller standalone game. That's what they should have done.
yeah, if they would have done that,
Like
Should
a
that
do
would
a
have
10 hour.
V.
sealed
It's
that would have sealed the deal.
It should
But
do a
they
VR
didn't do
Spider-Man
that.
game.
ain't nobody got a fucking VR. It'd be a huge waste of money to
What
drop
do you
150
mean?
million on something that's
You
gonna
don't
send it.
have to drop
Nobody.
150 million. It could be a 6-hour game like all VR
You
games
gotta pay
are.
that license. You should gotta pay that licensing fee
They
for
already
fucking
got
something.
it.
But yeah, a
It's probably per
solid
title though.
10, top 10 in my list as far as PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 games.
Henry, what about you? Spider-Man 2.
I don't include it on the list at all.
Okay.
But I will say, I'm just not a Spider-Man fan. You know, even in the comics and
Oh yeah, he's gone. Said
Yeah,
that.
but
yeah, I'm just not
we still
a
have
fan.
gameplay, the combat, all that stuff. You
I'm
don't.
He
I'm
didn't
not.
play it. How are you supposed to
I'm
rank it?
not. Yeah,
Okay.
He don't like
the,
Spider-Man at
yeah,
all.
the homies try to get me. He's like, oh, I'm like, bro, I'm not. Just like I don't like cats, so I didn't play straight. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna play some shit I don't jive with. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna.
All right.
It's not in my thing.
Give me
Tornado.
an Iron Man game. I'll be all over that shit.
They do have an
I
Iron Man on
al-
VR for PS4.
No, I need an Iron Man.
Also
Tornado.
one of the also one of the games I own, which I still have to play through them.
Brothers.
Oh
You
man,
haven't
yeah,
played?
I know,
Oof.
I know.
All right. We'll move.
Yeah, I know.
I
Nelson.
can't say shit. I ain't play either.
I'm gonna put it at 9 for right now.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's 2018.
No, this is Spider-Man 2.
Okay.
2.
So my only issue with Spider-Man 2, I liked everything was better than the first one, except for the story was dog shit in my opinion, and it was also just a few hours too short for me to give it a higher rating. So I prefer 2018 as
It
well.
was longer than the first one.
Yeah, but the first one had DLC and fucking, it added
That's
to
true,
that.
but you paid for that too.
Yeah, yeah, I got the fucking elite bundle, whatever, for fucking, I forget how much money.
I think the original game plus the DLC ended up being how long I put it into the 2 alone. So I paid 90 versus 70. But
To me,
it,
Spider-Man 2's story was a tad bit too long.
yeah, it
was
was pretty long for a
it was only a
superhero game. They're
40-hour
usually
game.
15 to 20 hours game.
Yeah, but they stretched some shit out with Venom and all that.
It took me 40 hours to get the platinum on Spider-Man 2. That's short
Most
to me.
Spider-Man games growing up you played, they were like 8 to 12 hours.
Yeah, I think I
'cause-
did. The
Yeah, but
platinum in
we're not
36
talking
travel
about
a lot
then. We're talking
faster.
about now.
Yeah, well, nobody else makes them now.
Okay, 19 Horizon Forbidden West RPG.
Ooh.
Forbidden West. I want to say number 7.
Number 7. Henry.
2.
2. Ooh, it's 3 for me. Tornado.
I'm on a timeout still.
You
I have the
haven't
game
played.
on disc, man.
Oh my.
I got it on disc. I know.
Hey, you know what's funny?
I
I've been
know,
giving him
I
shit
know.
forever. He buys all these games. I'm
Yeah.
like, he's always like, I hate games as a service. I'm like, you haven't played a game that's not games as a service in 15 years. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
Tornado. Just stop buying games till you're gonna play it, bro. You're gonna save
Yeah,
yourself a
exactly.
lot of money.
He's got 1,000 games he
I
ain't
got
played because
stacks.
he plays
I'm
games as a
not gonna
service.
lie. I
Hates
got
games as a
stacks,
service.
but I need to get the start on some of them. Yeah.
All right.
Like I
I'm not
said,
lying.
the only person
I'm
that
not
buys the
lying.
games, but
You're in the wrong damn
Hey,
year for that.
David. We were just talking about you
Oh,
earlier,
the
bro.
Funkmeister.
We were just talking about David earlier. How we got to get him on the show, and there he is. He pops up.
that man needed a break though.
Yeah, I know he was busy all week, man.
That
Out
dude had a
here,
long week. I got like 4 episodes of David this
he
week.
was
Yeah.
out here educating the kids. Nelson, what about you? Horizon Forbidden West. Where you at with that one?
I'm gonna go 3.
Yeah, that's 3 for me too. 3. Horizon Zero Dawn. It's number 1 for me. RPG. Where you at with Horizon Zero Dawn?
5.
5. Okay. Henry.
I play at 6.
6. Tornado.
I'm still on timeout.
Oh my
I hate to
goodness.
say it. I hate to say it.
What
but
are
You can just
you
pass on him
doing?
until unless it comes up unless GTA 5 was made by Sony,
I
you
know.
can pass on
Damn.
this for the rest of the
I
show.
know.
Nelson, what about you?
I'm gonna go 5.
5. Next one, Returnal. RPG.
Oh dear.
Tomorrow's
Right on
fucking
the-
brilliant, sunny and warm, lovely Monday. Thank you for giving
Does
us a heads up, David.
Right
Does
on
it
the
help
out-
that I own the game on disc? Does that give me
No.
kind of a pass?
No. I own them all
Returnal.
too.
I haven't played it. I haven't went past. Well, I played it, but I haven't went past Biome 2.
Yeah.
Me either, but I got 80 hours in that bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
about like me.
Me too.
I would say it's on the outside of the top 10, so I would say maybe 12.
Oh wow. Okay. What about you, Henry?
I'm gonna put fuck, cause the gameplay's so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cause I have not beat it. I'm in the same. I'm right in the biomes with y'all too. I'll say 7.
7. Tornado. Have you played Returnal?
Unfortunately, just the beginning.
pass
Like I
until
said,
we're done.
I'm on timeout, man.
Gran
me too.
Turismo
I'm
7,
on timeout.
Helldivers, and GTA 5. Other than that,
Okay.
pass. He owns them all.
What about you, Nelson?
I'm gonna go 15 because I haven't beaten it.
Okay. I don't have it. It's probably number 23 for me. Not because I don't like it, but because it's just too hard for me. But I love the gameplay. The gameplay is one of the best ever. Days Gone. Days Gone. Number 16 on the list. RPG. Where you at with Days Gone?
I'm gonna get hate on this because it's high as hell.
Days Gone. Shit. Solid 6. Solid
Okay.
6.
Henry?
I'm gonna say 5.
5. Tornado, did you play it? Nope. Skip you. Nelson?
Yeah, skip me.
6.
Skip me. But I do have a copy of the game. I'm just saying.
Okay, you get 0.0001 point out of 100.
I know.
Nelson? Days Gone?
6.
6. All right. Shadow of the Colossus.
Ooh.
Never played it.
Yep, PS2 here. Yep, I still
I
have
made
my
it a
copy.
half hour into
Yeah.
it, climbed the thing, couldn't figure it out, kept kicking me off, quit, never played it again.
Henry, what about you?
I got it for free, I think.
I'm gonna pull a Tornado.
It's a long time, man. I
so
still
he ain't
have
played
yet to
that.
do the remake. I do have it on disc on the PS4.
I don't know
though,
what the
but
hell I'm doing.
I
I
have
wanted
to
to
play
get
it.
back and play that game, but you have to like climb
Yep.
up on them, and this thing kept kicking my ass off, and I was like,
I
well,
thought it
fuck
was a
you then.
But
I
I
don't
thought
know
it
what
was
the
a
hell I'm
fantastic
doing.
game. But you have to grasp it though, how it works.
I put the
If it
game.
clicks,
Yeah, you
then
gotta
it's
figure out-
fantastic.
The
No
game
joke.
is really
Let me ask
unique,
a
bro.
question. Let me ask you a
Yeah, man.
question. Let me ask a question.
Yeah, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
What's up,
If
Henry?
you were to play it, all right, because obviously it's an older game,
Yeah.
and one thing I gotta bring it up. I'm gonna bring it up because I'm a PS Portal fan, and one of the attributes of the PS Portal is it will make older dated games make them feel better. You know, when
Mm-hmm.
you play an older game handheld, I don't know, it take the edge off in a way. It's weird. You know what I mean? So does this game does it just feel dated to where people don't want to go through it in current times? And if that's the case, do you feel like if I boot that bitch up on top the portal, I can get through it?
Hmm.
Is it
So
like a
it's
puzzle? Is it
not
like a
that the
puzzle?
no, it's not like a puzzle game. I mean, it's like you got to figure out where to go and how to get there, but it's mainly how to fight the monsters, and it's simple. You climb them. There's different hit points that you got to do. The monsters trying to kick you off while you're trying to hit those weak points, and sometimes it does. You got to climb back up. But there's the story's phenomenal. And there's I think 12 or 13 monsters, maybe 20. I forget how many. But it's not that the game is dated because it doesn't feel dated. The thing with this game is that the controls are different. They were different when they came out, and they're different now. Meaning that if you're expecting
Mm,
to dodge with a circle, you're gonna have to dodge with a triangle. And I don't know if that's true. I'm just giving you an example because I haven't played it in a couple months. But that's the thing that kind of throws people off is that because most games X is jump, circle is dash or dodge. So it's
yep.
kind of like Dying Light where R1 is to jump. It's kind
Oh
of like
yeah,
that with this
oh
game.
shit.
So
Oh,
it takes a
first
little
light.
getting used to. Both of them. So it takes a little getting used to because the controls are different. So I wouldn't say it feels dated or old. It's just the controls are different because the graphics, the art style is so good that you can pick up the PS2 version of it and it still kind of holds up till today. But we don't have to because they have the remaster, that came out for the PS4. Um, Number 14, Death Stranding. Death Stranding, Director's Cut, whatever, Death Stranding in general.
Oh fuck.
RPG, we'll go with you. I know this is going to be high in yours because you fucking love Kojima, don't you,
Yeah.
huh?
Hey, don't send them a text.
Number 4.
Number 4. What about you, Henry?
I've not finished the game, so I'm gonna put it at 10. But I do appreciate visual fidelity is there. I can't say storylines because I've not really grasped it, you know. But you got a lot of it's kind of like it's kind of you know how some people play like quote unquote cozy games,
Mm-hmm.
and they kind of put them in a sense of relaxation, like with the environment and the music and
Yep.
the kind of the trekking with the trails and stuff. It kind of puts you in kind of like a calming state. So for that,
Well, it's a
even though I
walking
have not beat it,
simulator. So, yeah.
legit, I'm gonna put it at. I don't think I have nothing at 10. I'm gonna put it at 10.
Yeah, that
Tornado?
that story is
Or,
definitely going to increase once you beat the
Yeah,
game.
people are probably gonna laugh. I don't give a fuck. I actually bought it because I like the actor Norman Reedus. That's why I bought it.
don't feel bad. I
Yeah,
didn't.
Norm Reed is the man,
I
bro.
probably got
Yeah,
like 10
I think
hours
he's
into
cool.
this game, and a lot of it is just restarting the game. I don't like it. I think it's a walking simulator, but the music, phenomenal. The acting,
Oh yeah,
phenomenal.
that
The
music
the
crazy.
graphics,
Graphics,
phenomenal. I remember
phenomenal.
when I put it on the PS4, I was blown by how great the graphics was, and I think that's what disappointed me the most. Is damn, the music is so good, the graphics are good. It's got all these actors, but what the fuck am I doing delivering packages? Nelson, what about you?
20. Didn't
20.
finish it.
And one
All
more
right.
point
I'm
about
a big Kojima fan, but I ain't really liked the Kojima since 2008. So he going on about 20 years probably.
What's up,
one
Nelson?
more
Bullshit.
point.
Henry?
Shit.
One more point about Days Gone. Right when
Mm-hmm.
this game first came out, you know, because I was kind of like on the fence. I didn't know if I like it or not. So I ultimately didn't buy it when it first came out. But I don't know if y'all know who like Rad Brad is, right? And like
Love the Rad Brad.
back then, me and my wife, it was just me and her, and we used to I used to cook dinner. We used to hop in the living room. We used to watch whatever show on YouTube. We used to cook dinner and eat, and we watch Rad Brad on TV. His walkthrough of this game. It was so fucking chill, bro. And we was just in awe at the visuals because it was kind of like a TV show in a kind of way. you
Yep.
know, as he was going throughout his whole shit. So it was cool, and ultimately, you know, I did play it. And day one, I put like 5 6 hours into this bitch. On the portal. I was laying back on my sofa. I was playing on the portal. I put like 5 6 hours. I played this bitch to the portal died, bro. And I
Damn.
was into it, bro. It was a vibe. It's one of those vibe type
It
games.
is
You
a
know what I
vibe.
mean?
All right, next one, Astrobot, the one that came out recently. RPG.
Fuck. I would say 8.
Henry.
I can't list it, bro. I didn't play it.
David, we're all on PS5. Nobody here plays on PC, bro. Yeah.
What the hell is a PC?
Yeah,
We're too
Nelson.
broke for PC.
Nelson don't even know how to spell PC, so
I fucking don't like them, man.
I hate PC.
I put 2 out a window. I'm not kidding. Fuck that shit.
Next, well, Henry, you haven't played it. Tornado, did you play it?
I haven't played a little bit of it though,
Okay.
but again, I'm the skip person. Unfortunately, I hate to say it. I own the game on disc. Let that be clear.
Nelson, what about you?
I am Astrobot.
And I'm not a big platformer guy, so that's something. If I was a platformer guy, I'd probably be number one. I can tell you it's my kids' number one.
Such
They
a
got
good game.
Astrobot toys. Everything's Astrobot. Astrobot. That's
So
the
what's
new Mario in this house.
so what about for you?
Oh,
Nelson? Nelson have
I
a
said
heart
8.
attack? Oh, 8.
I hate it.
All
Hey,
right.
bro. Yeah.
Ratchet
I said
and
it's
Clank.
number one in my house though because my kids Astrobot everything.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. RPG?
I would say up there in the teens, so top 20,
Okay.
somewhere
Henry?
or somewhere in that
8.
area.
8. A Tornado?
Yeah, I know. I'm
Wow.
embarrassing. I own
No?
the game.
Okay.
I know.
Nelson?
I know.
Top 15.
15. Ratchet and Clank for me is number 5. Spider-Man 2018 RPG.
Uh, top 20 area.
Henry?
I'm not. It's Spider Man.
Oh, yeah. No Spider-Man for you. Tornado, did you play it or no?
I played a little
Just
bit of
skip
it,
A little
but
bit?
I know. Skip me. I play
Okay.
too much GTA. That's the
Nelson?
problem.
It doesn't start
Uh,
with a G.
I'm
He
trying to
didn't
remember what I
play
gave
it.
Spider-Man 2. Was it like 9? So I go 13-ish, 12,
So you like
14-ish?
Spider-Man 2 over 2018?
Oh yeah, a lot better. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Detroit
didn't like the bad guys. The story was boring. The action
Detroit
was good, but wasn't as good.
Detroit Become
Ooh,
Human.
Detroit.
Nelson or RPG.
Didn't play it.
Didn't play it. Henry?
Play it.
Look, I didn't play it, but also I've been seeing this game pop up inside of my YouTube shorts over the
You need to
past
play that
month.
game.
So if y'all recommend, I'm gonna check that bitch
It's
out
a
because
it's a
If you
QTE
want
game.
it's a QTE game, but it's damn good. Like
Literally,
it's good
you're
story.
not. You have no decision. I mean, you. There's no action at all. You're not moving anything. It's literally button selects only.
It's
I
a
But
mean,
the
good
I
ass
don't
game.
story,
mind that. Like I boot
if you
that
don't
bitch
mind
up
it,
on the
then play
portal.
it. Play it. It's one of the best
Okay,
games from
okay.
PlayStation for real. I'm only about halfway done with this, so I don't know. I can't rate it or
That and
anything.
Until
But
Dawn are like my favorite
Until Dawn is
QTE
fucking
games.
trash.
I just hey, wait, I was just about to say.
I love.
Hey, wait,
Fuck
what you
Until Dawn. Weak ass fucking game. That game is a fucking cock tease. You get fucking the shooting in the beginning and shit. You're like, oh, this feels so good. Too bad you can't fucking ever use it again. Tornado, did you play
It's
Detroit
not that
Become
kind
Human?
of movie or
Yeah, no,
game.
Yeah,
exactly, exactly. It's not that kind of fucking movie. It's a
Yeah,
fucking
it's a
movie game.
movie.
They're making a movie. They're making a movie out of
let's
a movie
see.
game that's a fucking movie. Fuck that. Tornado, did you play
Yeah, I love
Detroit?
that game.
Yeah, I played it, and I'm looking at the trophies. I made it to the part where, am I saying this correctly? Marcus pushed Leo. What is
Okay, well,
that?
spoiler. So Henry
Oh,
hasn't played it.
sorry. Keep my mouth shut then. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh no, you ain't gotta worry about that. My memory is fucking cheeks. I'm not gonna remember that shit.
So, was it in your top 10, your top 20, based on what you play so far?
Mm, I'm gonna put this in top 10. Yeah.
Okay, Nelson?
Top 15. I
Top
don't know
15.
exactly where.
Doesn't matter. Next one is Demon Souls RPG.
Top 20.
Henry,
It's one of those
11.
difficult ones.
what you say, Henry?
I said 11. But also, if
Yes.
I may, remember when Shuhei spoke about Demon Souls, about how he was like, oh, he put 2 hours into it, it was shit,
Mm-hmm.
and so it caused them to kind of
Yeah, I agree with him.
Yeah.
fumble the relationship, and
Yeah.
then people kind of
Fuck this
like,
game. I ain't got nowhere. I've been here 2 hours.
I didn't
Fuck
even
this
want to
shit.
say the
yeah,
I
name.
agree with you.
and then people was kind of like, I guess in a way shunning him for like, oh, you like y'all phone, sure, PlayStation phone, but at the same time, when that fucking game came out, everybody felt that fucking way.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, why am I
Nobody
doing
playing that
this?
bitch. Yeah, when nobody playing that bitch like that, it
I feel
wasn't
about it like that
until
now.
Elden Ring.
it wasn't until Elden Ring, then everybody went back to
Mm-hmm.
your Bloodborne. They went
Yeah.
back to Demon Souls, and
They,
cause you look back at those games, them games weren't selling like that at the time.
bro, they
Them
did
games were
Nah,
that.
not fucking selling.
That remake was perfect fucking timing. Perfect timing for
it really
PlayStation.
was.
Yeah, bro.
Um,
Elden
Torna-
or
Bloodborne sold 7 million, but it had been out fucking like 5 years before it hit that. You know what I mean? Like,
Tornado,
Demon
did you
Souls
play it at
was
all?
the
Yeah.
farthest Souls
I
game
did.
I ever
I
got
did.
into.
Hero
But
Down Under puts it at number 3, so it's high up there for him. That's what's up.
Oh, shout out to Hero, bro. I'm gonna pick that bitch up.
Demon
So
Souls
Um,
is a really sharp ass game.
fuck that game too.
I got
It's hard.
95
I
hours in that
suck.
bitch.
I suck. So it's
I
not a game
I
problem.
got
It's a me
one
problem.
trophy on that though. Holy shit! Yeah, I
Okay.
got some work
As
to do.
far as graphically and performance wise, Demon Souls is a solid fucking game.
Awesome, awesome. The only reason
Nelson,
I did not beat it because it was difficult. I just
20 or 19, I think, is what I got a spot for.
this list is 23 games. I'm putting it at fucking 1,000. Next one.
no, I watch you play that.
Oh yeah, you did see me
Yo,
on
you
that
know what
live.
pisses me off most about that game? Whenever I be doing good, I be going to switch weapons and I keep consuming my fucking leaf things for health accidentally.
Yeah,
So
fuck
I be
that
Mm-hmm.
game.
using all
Bruh.
my fucking health by accident constantly because that's
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
the button I would think to switch
that's
weapons
the button
Nelson.
all the
Bruh.
time.
commands are dog
That
shit.
pissed me off.
Nelson, that's the
That shit is
design. They
hilarious,
want you
bruh.
to fail at fighting. They want you to fail at fucking
Yeah.
inventory management. It's a
They
piece of
want me to
shit
fuck.
game.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
that game.
Dumb.
God of War Ragnarok, RPG.
Oh shit.
God of War Ragnarok, top 20.
Okay, Henry,
I put that bitch at 20, bruh.
20. Tornado,
Skip.
Skip, Nelson,
7?
7. Okay, for me, top 10 for sure. The next one's
Yeah, top
interesting.
10. Yeah.
The Uncharted Nathan Drake collection. So Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 RPG.
Top 10 area.
Okay. Henry,
Oh, hey, don't beat me up on this. I only played the multiplayer in the last one,
we know.
but that bitch was fucking hitting.
We
So
know.
I'm gonna put that bitch at like a 5.
You know
4?
what? Tornado,
He's
did you
talking
play
about
it?
4. This is the collection. So maybe 2? The multiplayer
Man, I
2?
only played the Jesus.
Whichever, because one of them you can still play the multiplayer today,
Yeah,
like
you
right
can.
now.
Yeah, you can do it on. I think it's 2 and 3.
Yeah, so
2 and 4. I don't know
whichever
if 3
one,
had it.
4 had a
whichever one
multiplayer.
you.
Yeah, 4 has a multiplayer.
Oh,
I
I
played
didn't
it.
know that.
Yeah, I think 2 and 4 have multiplayer.
Okay.
2 was the poppin' one. 4,
No,
yeah.
So,
the
I only
strength
got
of the
one trophy in
multiplayer
that
is up
one.
there.
so
Some
my
people
4's
like.
pretty
Yeah.
good, but if you play it now, you're gonna get fucked up because everyone that still plays it's been playing it for fucking 10 years.
my
Bro,
my
I
They know
seen that
that.
bitch. I seen that bitch roll across my fucking TikTok. Motherfuckers on that bitch.
Nelson, Uncharted Nathan Drake collection.
Uh I don't think I played through the collection, or I only started it, so I played the originals though.
Yeah, you can go ahead and skip past Uncharted 1. Start at 2.
Ooh.
Because the collection came out right around the time was 4,
No
and I wasn't thinking about the old ones because I played
RPG.
the
Nelson plays
originals
the
like
old
several
ones.
times.
Nelson likes old games. He loves like the Metal
No.
Gear Solid collection and shit. And plus, the first
do.
one it's not that bad on the collection. Even I played, and I stay away from all those old ass games.
Yeah,
It's
well,
playable.
You play those 30 FPS.
Yeah, the first one on PS3 was a lot more rough.
Yeah, but you're bougie. You only play shit that's 60 frames. If it's underneath that, you won't fucking touch it, which is
Pretty much.
Goddamn
yeah.
right.
unfortunate. Number 6, Ghost of Tsushima.
That's my number
RPG.
one, niggers.
Number 1 for
3.
Henry. 3 for RPG. Tornado.
Top 3. Yeah.
3. Henry. Dawson.
1.
And at the end of this list, which we're almost at the end, we're gonna collect each of our top 5s, and then we'll call it a day. For me, Ghost is number 2. God of War 3. Me too, hero. Me too.
Oh, that don't count. That's probably number 2 then. I already think I already used
Okay,
2.
number 2 for
No, wait.
you. Well, just give me your top 5 at the end. RPG, God of War 3.
It's in the top 20.
Henry,
Yeah, I say 14.
14. Tornado,
Top 10.
top 10. And Nelson,
2.
Bro, I hope we get that fucking collection soon.
2. The next one is
Yeah, I
Uncharted.
know. It's funny though. Like people are like,
Yeah.
"Oh, the remaster station." I'm like, "Keep them coming, baby."
Yeah, because
Fucking, I love that shit.
that's over 10 years old. I already said the rule of thumb is if the game is before 10 years old, you don't need a
Nah,
remaster.
after 10
If
years, it
it's
needs a
over
remake.
10 years, remaster, remake is welcome. Number 4, Uncharted: A Thief's End. RPG.
Never played it.
What? Oh my goodness. You need to play that. There's a lot of games you need to play. Henry?
If that was a multiplayer, if it didn't have multiplayer attached to it, I didn't.
Okay.
Slap me.
Tornado?
I got the disc, but I did.
Top 10.
Henry, remember that one thing you were telling me? I think it was you. It could have been RPG. But remember how we said we should recommend games to each other and then play it for a week and then get back to each other and
It might have
see?
been RPG.
RPG?
But that's a good idea.
I believe
That's
that
a good
was me,
idea.
like-
We should do that because RPG needs a lot of fucking catching up here.
Yeah.
You're
I believe
gonna
that
have
was me,
homework
like,
assignments. I'm gonna give RPG
homework
all
assignments
the.
for everybody.
Hey, bro, that's dope, bro. You
I'm
should
gonna
do
give
that.
them all the 20 frames per second game. That's what the fuck I'm gonna do to RPG. Fucking burn his eyeballs out.
He gonna make his girlfriend play him.
That's true. The number
I'll watch
3.
him on the couch.
Number 3 on this list, The Last of Us Part 1. RPG.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Ah.
And you wanted to keep this out of the list. Henry,
You brought
4.
it in the list.
what'd you say, Henry?
4.
4. Tornado,
Mm,
you haven't played it, bro?
I got the
skip.
disc.
yeah,
Oh,
I have the disc though. No joke.
Dude,
I hate to say it. I hate to say
arguably,
it.
PlayStation's number 1 IP you haven't played, dude. Oh my
I
goodness,
know. I
Nelson.
was too much in
Hey,
GTA,
He
man.
hates games of a service, but he only plays games as a service.
Jeez.
Your pony license is revoked.
Yeah, bro.
What?
That's
Bro,
the
I
one
can't
you
go.
gotta
Hey,
play.
I can't go to the brand that I won't name. I can't stand them. I can't
Damn.
stand them.
Hey, we're finding out some dirty secrets right now. I didn't know this list was gonna do that.
Man.
We didn't know. Even Hero's involved in this motherfucker. Shout out to Hero for being here. Nelson, Last of Us Part 1.
1 alpha. I didn't know that was going to be on the list.
What do you mean? It's a PlayStation first party game.
Well, I didn't know. Yeah, but there's been are we going original?
Jesus.
You said PS4 and 5. I think of it as a PS3 game, unless you say the remake. I don't know.
He
Okay,
said
where
part 1.
where do you put it? Just give me top 10, top 5, top 20.
Top 5, top 3.
Okay, there you go. At the end, we'll do our top 5s. I think that's easier. God of War 2018 RPG.
2.
2. Henry,
Well, I said 15.
15. Tornado, did you play it or no?
I played a little bit of it.
A little bit, okay.
Unfortunately, I hate to say it. But still, what I've seen so far,
It's good.
top 3. Yeah.
All
why
right.
not?
And Nelson,
4.
4. And the last one, Bloodborne RPG.
Ooh.
Top 20.
Henry,
18.
Tornado. You didn't play it. I
I
didn't
like
play it.
I like I like
I
the
got
style
I
and
got that
atmosphere
dude.
of the game though, but
I
it's
do.
fucking hard. But I'd still put it in the top 10 because of the style and the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I
The
like what they're doing with it.
the gothic
30
style shit is
FPS
pretty
body
badass.
shoot.
Yeah.
Nelson.
Bro, the dodging sucks so fucking bad.
Whatever number I left right in front of fucking Demon Souls.
Okay. All right. So let's gather our thoughts real quick and get our top fives. So I'm gonna run through this list one more time so you guys can listen. But gather your top fives. We'll talk about those and we'll call it a night because this is probably the funnest I've had all night. Is talking about the games. We found out some dirty ass secrets. Y'all some fucking dirty ass motherfuckers. Number one was
Whatever.
Bloodborne. I wasn't talking about you, Tornado.
Oh, okay.
Uh, Bloodborne, God of War 2018, The Last of Us, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, God of War 3, Ghost of Tsushima, Uncharted The Nathan Drake Collection, which includes Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, God of War Ragnarok, Demon Souls, Detroit Become Human,
Excuse me.
Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Astrobot, Death Stranding, Shadow of Colossus, Days Gone, Returnal, Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Forbidden West, Spider-Man 2, Ratchet and Clank 2016, Infamous Second Son, and The Order 1886. So awesome
Fire.
list. I know there's some shit that's missing from here, right? But
Until Dawn, top 10.
Until Dawn don't even qualify in the top 100. Weak ass movie. I mean, it's a great movie.
Great ass game.
Great movie.
It's a great movie.
It should have won an
So is
Oscar.
Detroit Become Human. That counted.
Yeah, but the Detroit, you actually have more fucking. The story is way better, and there's actually more
No, it's
gameplay
not.
in that.
Did you finish it? Well, I haven't played the remake, but the original, fucking fire.
All right, so let's go over our top fives real quick and let's argue them, and then we'll get out of here. I know you guys are gotta go to bed and shit, but RPG, what's your top five?
Top 5 is number 1 at The Last of Us Part 1. 2, God of War 2018. Number 3, Ghost of Tsushima. Number 4, Horizon Zero Dawn. And number 5, Death Stranding.
All right, and why did you pick those top five? Is it story, gameplay? What is it?
It's everything. It's both.
Okay, so it's a complete package for you.
It's a complete package. Each one of those games nailed the story, nailed the graphics, nailed the gameplay, nailed
All that. You know, I think so. I don't keep you guys much longer. After we're done with this top five, I think we should do another podcast and pick our top 20 PlayStation first party games and actually discuss them and argue of why they deserve to be in the position that that you put them in. So if you put Last of Us Part 1 as number 1, we should argue why it deserves to be there, and at the end, we should come to an agreement on a top 10 list or something like that. I think that would be an interesting podcast to get into. Henry, if you guys are down, that's it. You know, I don't want to force anything. Henry, what's your top five, bro?
Ghost, boom. Uh, Forbidden West, boom. Order 1886, boom.
Ooh,
What's that? What's that? Number 3, 4?
that's number 4.
and number 3.
No, he said Ghost. Oh yeah, you're right.
All
Number
right,
3.
all right, boom. I said Forbidden West already. Infamous,
Okay.
boom.
4.
And let me see.
Uncharted 2 is the peak of the series for Uncharted.
It is.
Let me
4 would
see.
be my
I
second, then
put
3, then 1.
Last of Us Part 1.
That's to us Part 1. That's a solid top five. It's a different top five. Tornado, do you want to get in this as far as top five goes?
GT,
Yeah, why
GT,
not?
GT, 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 GT.
Because
No. It's
you
not
have
that
played,
bad.
you
It's
have
not
played
that
some.
bad.
You know, you got Gran Turismo probably in there. Based on the games that you've played, what's your top five?
For me, well, it might surprise you. GT7, sure, it's my favorite game, but I'm not gonna put it on number 1. So don't worry about that. It doesn't deserve that spot. I don't have to explain why that is, but let me put that on number 3. Why not?
Okay.
Then on number 1, as weird as it may sound, but that's for me the game that I was kind of hoping that they could flesh out. Order 1886. I'm gonna put it on 1.
Yeah,
It had such a
Mm-hmm.
fantastic visual style.
I
You
agree.
don't see that in games these days, man. How
And
they made the materials and the story and everything, how they
Tornado.
made the characters.
And the story
I'm
was
gonna put
cool
it on 1.
too. Freaking
I'm
vampires, or you're
Yeah,
hunting, werewolf.
and
Like,
people
that's
that could
awesome.
change into werewolves. I thought it was
Yes.
fucking fantastic.
Yes. That was a unique story.
I'm just saying, man.
Absolutely.
But hey, we'll
Fire.
never get to see more of that world, unfortunately,
Thank
which
Yeah.
kind of
Christ.
sucks, man.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping for more, but
Nelson a
okay.
hater, bro.
No, it's
I'm gonna put that
4
on 1.
or 3. Three that played it that say yes, except Nelson is the only one that says no. Come
Let's
on.
see. Number 2. I'm gonna put Ghost of Tsushima.
That was
there.
PlayStation.
Yeah,
That was PlayStation's fucking Rise
Ghost
Son
of
of Rome.
Tsushima.
No, Until Dawn was. Ghost of Tsushima. Good
Yeah,
pick.
I'm gonna
No,
put that on 2.
Until Dawn was
and
good.
On
It got
3, I
rated
had
better too.
GT7, and on 4,
As
I'm
it
gonna
should.
put.
I thought that was
Yeah.
Godfall.
Last of Us Part 1 did have something. I'm gonna put it on 4. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna put it on 4.
Was here.
And on 5, I'm gonna put God of War 2018. Definitely.
Solid pick.
Yeah.
Solid pick.
I'm gonna stick with that.
Nelson, what's your top 5?
God of War 3,
Okay. What's that? Number
Last
1,
of
number
Us-
5?
1,
Okay.
Last of Us Part 1, 2, Ghost of Tsushima 3,
Mm-hmm.
Forbidden West 4. I don't know what 5 is. I can't
Until
remember.
Dawn?
Horizon Zero Dawn? Until Dawn. No, that's
Okay.
like 9.
All right. Solid list. Mine is number 1 is Horizon Zero Dawn. That story is crazy unique. The lore is
That
fantastic.
did have the best story. It's
Yes,
just
sir.
the what do you want to call it? The side quest got old quick.
I love the lore, so the side content wasn't terrible to me, but I just love it. Number 2 is Ghost of Tsushima. Fucking love that game. I'm so pissed of Ghost of Yote because Jin is no longer here, but I'm excited to play the game. Number 3 is Horizon Forbidden West. Number 4 is, oh my god, did I forget my own fucking list? Well, number 4 is Uncharted Nathan Drake Collection. I'm cheating there because it includes Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, of course. And number 5 is Last of Us. It's a tie between Last of Us, God of War, and Uncharted 4. So I'm cheating there again, but I'm having a hard time deciding. But yeah, that's it, guys. We went over a lot of topics tonight, man. I think the last fucking 40 minutes was the best part. 30 minutes was the best part of the show, even though we did have some great topics.
Hell
But
yeah.
I think it was just a good show overall, man. Too bad it's one of our least viewed live shows.
As of
Hopefully,
right now, it could pump up later.
they'll pick it up. They're the ones missing out, not us, man. We had a great time tonight. I think we did, but yeah,
I
we
think
went over.
Had more people during the Super Bowl.
No, we had like
Oh, wow.
8 people consistently, 8, 9, 10, somewhere around there. But at the end, we did get like 40, 50 people watching. But that's
and
it,
if
man.
you're curious about Avowed, DMG podcast did a good breakdown. Ed finished the entire game, so
It did. Shout out to DMG Podcast. They've been supporting us for a little bit now. They've been retweeting us and liking our shit, so I appreciate them over there. Go check them
I
out.
listen to them during the week too. I don't get a chance to talk to them much because I'm working, but
They're like us. They keep it fucking real. They don't bullshit. They're not with that woke bullshit. So we got to support people like that. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to let the podcast go. But before I do, thank you guys for being here, subscribing. For those of you guys watching the replay, thank you as well. Me and Nelson appreciate it. And also,
No problem.
I am interested for real in what I mentioned earlier, where we do a podcast, where we do top 20 PlayStation first party games, and we argue and place them based on votes. So we all take a vote, see if the game belongs to be there, and see what we come up with. I think that would be a hit. With
top
us,
10 or top 15 or what are we doing?
we'll do a top 20 just because there's so many fucking games. Just limiting it to a top
That's
10
true.
is
There
gonna
was
be
a bunch
hard.
you didn't even put The Last of Us 2 in there.
No,
or
no,
Until
yeah.
Dawn, just a
Yeah,
few off
Until
off the
Dawn,
top
Last of
my
Us
head.
2. Exactly. We missed a lot of games. Miles Morales wasn't even in there.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of Sackboy. I mean, there's a lot of shit. So I'm going to go ahead and work on getting a comprehensive comprehensive list of games. And
Helldivers.
Helldivers. I'm gonna get a comprehensive list of games, specifically PS4, PS5 gen, maybe some PS3 stuff. Actually, I'm gonna stay away from the PS3 stuff just
We
because
should
there's
just
so
do
much.
a top 10 like PlayStation published games or something like that later down the road.
That's
They can come
yeah.
from any generation.
Well, that would be a huge list. That's why I've been trying to stay with the first party, because if we include just published games, man, I mean, we're talking thousands of games. Like it's incredible. And if we're
Yeah,
talking
Sony
about the
published like
hits,
There's a
300 just
difference
on
between
PS1.
first party
Yeah.
and second party.
well, if we include like just the hits, right, games that were successful, we're talking about hundreds of games. Like this would be a series that we would have to do in order to make that happen. If we're talking about voting and saying, hey, 3 people vote that yes, it belongs here, 2 people vote no, that would be a long
Yeah,
ass process
there's probably 50 PS1 games published by in some
by
way, shape,
itself.
or form by PlayStation on PlayStation 1 alone.
The main reason I'm speaking of PS4 and PS5 is because it's the most recent. Also, it's backwards compatible, so we can play right now on the PS5. We can play PS4 and PS5 games. So that's the main reason why I brought that up. But if you guys are down, I'm down. I think we should create like a Super Bowl kind of event for this, where we should include as many people as we can. You know, keep it maybe around 5 or 6 people, kind of like we got tonight, so it doesn't get too convoluted. But yeah, let me know if you guys are interested in something like that, and then I'll start putting it together. But thank y'all so much. RPG, let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me every Tuesday night on the co-op stream with Will on his channel. You can find me on Twitter. My info will be in the comment section down below. You can also find me in the Discord, in Will's Discord. If you click the link in his description, you can find your way over there. But
Damn, you're making me work hard, RPG. Now I got to put all these links.
Well, I mean, that's part of being a YouTuber.
I will do it. I'm gonna add the link for RPG's YouTube. Put a link for his X as well. Henry,
Yeah. Come over to the YouTube, because I'm gonna be doing a little bit of Wilds, a lot of Split Fiction, and probably a little bit of Death Stranding 1 before Death Stranding 2 drops.
Fuck yeah.
Fire.
Let's get it in. I'll watch the Death Stranding just because I don't want to play that game anymore. Henry, Mr. Henry Heck.
I'm gonna make you want to play that game.
The boy, or what is it? Your boy, the boy, Henry Heck.
It's your boy,
your boy,
Henry Heck, back at it game. You can catch me on inside the Discord, of course. On X, it's just Henry. On YouTube, of course. On the 25th, I will be streaming Spectre Divide, which is a PvP tac shooter.
I'll be there.
It's coming to play. It's coming to PlayStation. It's coming to Xbox too, but who gives a fuck? It's coming to PlayStation, and I'll be streaming for probably 35, 45 minutes. We're gonna put that on top of the YouTube and let y'all know how that's gonna go down.
I'm excited for that.
In March, I'm gonna do like a vlog style video. You know what I mean?
That's breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Rainbow Six is doing an event in Atlanta, and the tickets were cheap. You get a free T-shirt. So on the 13th of March, I'm gonna be out there doing the little vigia for the people, seeing what's popping, what's gonna be the new shit popping on Rainbow Six Siege. What's gonna be Rainbow Six Siege X, whatever they gonna call it, whatever they call
Project X stuff, right?
Yeah, so they doing an event in Atlanta. It's like an hour drive, so I'm gonna head up there and check it out.
Nice.
That's dope.
So that's what's coming.
I'm looking forward to that. That is super dope. Tornado, let the people know where they can find you, man. If you want them to, you don't have to.
He don't even. Yeah, no, allow people to find him on PlayStation.
Hey, you can always find me on my gamer tag. At least you know how. That is.
Yeah, no, but you've been hidden for a decade.
Nah. I'm not hidden.
I have to send you signals to know if you're online, and a lot of times you've already been online all day.
In my defense, I got PlayStation Plus till 2032, so I'm around. You best believe
no,
that.
I'm
You
just
might
saying,
not
you hide.
see me,
You're
but
invisible.
I am around. You might not see me, but I am around.
Well, Tornado, the games that you haven't purchased, which is basically none because you have them all. But in case you're missing one, you got PS Plus to 2032 to play them. So let's go. Let's catch up.
I know.
It sounds like you can find him at the bottom of his fucking backlog catalog right now.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Nelson.
I know.
Nelson Gaming 12 on PlayStation and the Twitters.
Yep.
And there's a
Definitely
good
Twitter.
chance you already follow me on Twitters because
Yep.
It's
for
not.
sure.
It's not
I'm
called
an
Twitter no
antagonizer.
more.
Yeah, X, X. We should say X.
It's Twitters for life.
Yeah, but it's X, man. You gotta
I don't care.
keep up with the time, man. It's X. I know. I hate it too. I'd rather say Twitter, but it is X, man. It's X.
Yeah, I just say it's X, formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. I say the same shit.
Arguing with
Well,
people
whatever.
in the,
And then,
in the
Nelson
Twitter
Gaming-
whispers.
Nelson Gaming Culture on the YouTubes.
Oh,
Yep.
you ain't over there on Blue Sky with the
Blue Sky.
With
Yeah,
the-
I
I'm
heard
good.
about it.
I
but
got a feeling.
is that
I got a
something?
feeling I wouldn't last very long over
You
there
got
before
over
I
there
got
with the
banned.
communist, with the fucking,
yeah, over there with
Nah.
with the they
The
there.
activists.
with
Yeah.
the panty
Yeah.
sniffers, with the
I got
cucks.
I got a
Eyeliners.
feeling I'd be banned more times than I have been on Facebook.
Look, if I ever want to find a guy who wants me to fuck his wife while he fucking enjoys it, that's where I'll go.
Blue
It's
Sky,
fucking
yep.
Blue Sky. So,
Oh,
but
my goodness.
there y'all have it, man. Thank you so much for being here on this long ass stream, man. Thank you, RPG88, Henry Heck. I know I'm keeping you guys past up your bedtime. Tornado too, man. It's you're like
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
8
No
hours
worries.
ahead of us or something like that. Thank you for being here, bro.
Yeah.
And then of
No
course my
problem.
colleague Nelson for being here. So thank you guys so much.
Fucking the sun's coming up for fucking tornado.
Yeah, it is. But hey, we found out some dirty
Right.
shit today. Dirty shit today. We'll get into it
Almost,
more
almost.
next week. Thank y'all so much. Keep it gaming.
All right.